What is good, y'all? Happy Monday. Unscripted Logic, Social Assassin, and the one and only
Pablo Picasso.
You know what it is. I've been very active this weekend. But before we get into that, one time for the one time, and then we got a lot to talk about. Let's go.
Talking about decade-old battles as though they just happened. It's getting heated cause they both have passion. Pablo Picasso, social assassin. Friends dropping gems cause they know about rapping. Hop on the panel and get to why you're wrong. Debated on the channel, so on and so on. Chop it up and discuss different topics. Come in and watch it, Unscripted Logic. Come in and watch it, Unscripted Logic. Unscripted Logic. Every Monday from 6 to 9, talk battles and pick apart shitty lines. And if you're not on my side, I can change your mind if you give me time. But while you're here, you should hit the like, cause we keep it raw every Monday night. Nah, bro. No, I'm fucking telling you. Oh my god. You don't know a goddamn thing. Are you serious? You're out of your mind. Exactly. I can't fucking believe this. Oh, please. Get the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. That's ridiculous. Bunch of chuns and no goddamn thing. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Really? Yeah, okay, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Monday night, Unscripted Logic. Salute to everyone in the building. Adept, Hazy, MME, Seizure, Fresh Coast, Weatherman. Salute. You know what it is, bro. You know what it is. So, there's a lot to talk about with this massacre event. A lot just surface level, like as if we're just looking at this as a regular battle rap event, nothing surrounding it. And then also some things that I happened to notice while I was there. And then also, but before we get into that, I just want to give y'all guys a little recap of what I've been up to. I know some of y'all know. So Saturday, I went to Massacre, obviously. Then after Massacre, I drove home and then, went down to protest this pedophile who sits at the end of Main Street, right? So school starts tomorrow. Felt like it was a good time. Me and this other guy were down there protesting all day yesterday till an hour before I had to leave to go to Massacre for day 2. So I come home, get ready, go, come back, sleep for only a few hours, get back up this morning, go back down there, spend the whole day down there again today. Two muscle dummies, bro. And I was live on Facebook too from the group page. They shut down the whole group because there was so much shit going on about us, about me, like rocking like all types of crazy shit just happening. So and it's spreading all over like this area. So they I thought they blocked me from the group, but what they did was they turned the group off. Nobody's allowed to post in there at all or do anything in there at all.
That's fucking crazy, bro.
Yes.
Are you gonna shut down a whole town group because of one pedophile?
Right. Right. So 2 muscle dummies showed up, right? Thinking they were gonna fucking bully us off the fucking sidewalk, right? Well, both of them got fucking punked the fuck out, and neither one of them did a goddamn thing because they realized they were gonna get. This one guy showed up and he had like steroid muscles. I go, why don't you stick another steroid needle in your arm, you fucking shriveled dick fuck? And then So like then he gets in my
Oh my
face,
god.
and then he gets in my face, and and Pablo, you know me, bro. So like now I'm trying to be peaceful though. This isn't 10 years ago, social assassin. This is, this is 40-year-old social assassin. So
Right.
so I'm trying to keep my cool. The guy gets right in my face and he goes, "I'd knock you out." And a fucking switch flipped in my head, and I got like nose to nose. I was like, "I bet you won't. I bet you won't. I bet you won't. Do it. Do it right now. Do it." And all of a sudden he just, dude, I saw the look in his eyes, bro. He was scared shitless. And this guy had muscles on top of muscles on top of muscles. And I'm not big. And I said, "Get the fuck back in your truck and get out of
muscles
here."
don't mean you can fight though either.
Facts. And if you got big steroid muscles like that, muscles on top of muscles, how are you gonna swing your arm
Right,
fast
it
enough to hit me?
restricts your movement. Like even some heavyweights in
Absolutely.
UFC, they gotta like torque their whole body to throw a hook type shit.
Right.
All
And
their
now I'm not
muscles are
gonna
combined into one.
and now I'm not sitting up here trying to, oh, I'm so tough. But Pablo knows how I am. When I lose it, I lose it. So when I got a muscle dummy like that telling me like, "Oh, you're scrawny, I'll knock you out," bro, I lost it. This guy, I don't know how this guy didn't get put to sleep, but I was able to restrain myself for probably the first time in my life in a situation like that. I was able to restrain myself. But you wouldn't believe the amount of people that like, we fucked his money up because he only got $15 between yesterday and today, and he usually makes a couple hundred a day. So the people that gave him money, I feel like
That's crazy. What am I doing going to work every day? I feel like I'm the dummy.
Right? He makes $600 to $800 a week sitting there, bro.
Right. And you said he has a sign that says a veteran. It's like, and you're not a veteran. Like,
Yeah.
He's saying he's a veteran to being homeless. Like, oh, homeless veteran. It's like, bro.
He took the veteran. He did take the veteran part off of his sign because people were starting to realize it, right? But now people are starting to realize that he's a pedophile too. So I told him straight up. I said, "Dude, if you just put homeless pedophile on your sign, I don't have to be here." You know, like,
really gonna do that? I don't know if anyone's gonna do that.
No, of course he's not gonna do it. But it's like,
right.
if you don't want me here, but he has no problem with us being there. But today, like I said, there was a whole lot of commotion, people trying to fight us, all types of crazy shit happened today. And the cops kept showing up and telling people they're not doing anything wrong. And they didn't even talk to us even one time because the cops know we're not doing anything wrong. And anybody that comes there starting shit, they're the ones that's going to get in trouble, not us. So,
it's just crazy to me where people like, they won't insert themselves in a situation like you're doing in a good way, but they'll come up with no knowledge of what the fuck's going on and just
Pablo.
Assume that you're being an asshole and trying to fuck this homeless dude's money up and shit.
Thank you. I kept saying that. I kept saying, and I use the exact word you said. I said, don't insert yourself into situations where you don't know the details. If you don't know shit, don't say shit unless you're asking a question to figure out what's going on. Like these people, man. And I kept saying it on the Facebook Live too. I'm like, yo, if y'all want to play superhero and come down here and try to tell us we're doing the wrong thing and blah blah blah, how about you post up and sit next to him and peacefully protest like we are on his side? Why do you got to come here and try to start a fight with us? Because it's not going to end well for you at all. Either you're going to get arrested or you're going to get put to sleep. Either way.
I just don't get it, like the whole thing of it, like you said, inserting yourself in a situation. But I feel like that's just how the world is today.
It is.
Like,
and let me just say,
they don't have any information, but they just want to jump in it and be on a side type shit. It's like,
yep. And there was this guy who showed up, right? And this is the last I'll say about it, then we can move on. But there was this guy who showed up, right? Well, he drove by yesterday and he yelled, the guy did his time. Now, the guy did this shit to his own daughter.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to do a different live and go into more detail, but I just don't want to do it all in unscripted. But I will go into more detail about what this monster did. But it was his own daughter. But anyway, so this guy said yesterday, oh, he did his time and drove by. Well, today he actually had the balls to pull in. He pulled up and he's like, he's trying to talk to us and we're just kind of ignoring him. And then, so I turned around and started filming him. And he's like, I'm going to sue you if that ends up on social media. I go, buddy, you're on Facebook Live right now. So you're on social media and you got no expectations of privacy in public. So, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm going to go to the police station and find out about that right now. I go, go ahead. They're going to tell you the same thing.
Right,
so he left, comes back a couple hours later, comes up to me and he's like, guess what? What you were doing was illegal because I was standing in the Walgreens parking lot. I go, yeah, but I was standing on a public sidewalk. So where you were standing is irrelevant. So
right.
So then he
he was in a fucking bathroom or something.
Like, right. So then he calls the, now mind you, this dude keeps pulling in. He pulled in and parked there. He has no business at the store at Walgreens. He has no business there. So it's like, dude, you're parking in a private parking lot, not even going into their business. And you're coming over here just starting shit with us. But then he says he's going to sue me, whatever. And then he says after he starts promoting his business to the viewers that I had like 60 people watching. I go, nobody wants your business.
Right.
He goes, yeah, because of you. I go, yep. And he goes, oh, you said it right there. I'm losing business because of you. I'm suing you. My daughter and my wife are going to love this. I go, yeah, buddy. I go, I'm going to love this too, man. Clowns, bro.
I'm sure your wife and daughter will not love the fact that's what you were doing on your weekend. And like, oh my God, people are fucking wild, bro.
Yep. And guess what, guys? I'm going to be out there every day after work. I'm going to be out there every day and every night, as many hours as I can until this guy is gone. Because y'all got to understand, I'm from the city. I'm from not such a great place. And then when I moved to New Hampshire, started living in better places and stuff like that. So like, I live in this town. I'm a tax-paying citizen. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I don't like going on my own town Facebook page and seeing parents saying they're afraid to let their children ride their bikes, because not only this guy doesn't just sit there and ask for money. This guy was in the next town over before he came here, and he was following children around. He was posted up behind the football field watching them. He was watching them come in and out of the pediatric center. So like it's not like, oh, he did his time and he's sorry for what he did. No, this guy is zero. And you know what he said to me today when I showed up?
What?
Because yesterday I was like, I'm gonna fuck your money up, right? So today I said that to him. And then today I showed up and he goes, because like obviously I didn't get home until late, right? So I slept in a little bit. I went down there at like 10 o'clock this morning, and he was like, I made $80 before you got here. Like bragging.
Oh, God.
I'm like, bro, I go, are you fucking serious right now? You're bragging to me how much money you made before I get it? I go, guess what? You ain't getting another fucking dime today. So socially assassinate motherfuckers outside. I told you, man, we be outside, whether it's at an event, protesting pedophiles. We go wherever Unscripted Logic needs to be. Regardless of muscle dummies or internet trolls saying they're going to show up or actually showing up. You are not going to stop the energy that happens here with Unscripted Logic ever in any way, shape, or form.
Fact.
Thank you. Sorry. Thank y'all for your time. I just had to get that out. I'm amped up. Pablo, yo, I swear to you, if Massacre wasn't this weekend, I was going to hit you and be like, yo, can we reschedule? Because I didn't want to leave the spot. But because Massacre happened this weekend, I'm like, nah, we can't reschedule and talk about Massacre next week. That just wouldn't, it's just too far after,
Right,
so,
right.
Like, but if it was just a regular episode, I probably would have been like, bro, I gotta stay out here, But because there's another guy staying out there till 9 p.m. tonight, and he didn't do his last couple of he didn't mow his last couple lawns so he could be out there. And I'm like, I know, man, but I'm like, if I was the sole runner of my podcast, I would say fuck it. I was like, but I do have a co-host, and we do have people who enjoy coming in every Monday. And look, man, I'm doing everything I can. I was out there for 7 hours yesterday, 8 hours yesterday. I was out there for 7 hours today, while also being at the massacre events. Like, I barely slept. I barely eaten. Like, I've been on the go. So like I had to come home. I had to, whether even if not for the show, like I really just needed to come home and take a shower and smoke and relax. So, but thank y'all for listening. Yeah, J Roc, Santa is disgusting. J Roc was in there when I was doing my live yesterday. Yeah, yo, how's Pablo's mic sound? Hazy said it's good. Sounds fine, Clementine said. Thank you, J Roc. Thank you. Thank you. It's all about protect and a lot. This is the last thing I'll say. A lot of people think that he's just homeless. They think and we're not doing it because he's homeless. We're doing it because he's a pedophile. And we're not
monster.
Yeah, because he's and that's what I keep calling him, a monster. And I even said, like, we are not going to try to prevent someone from giving him money. We just want people to know what he is so they can make an educated decision on who they're giving their money to. Yeah.
Spreading awareness.
So, but yeah, J Roc, thank you for tuning into that. That was dope. Mactown was in there too. Salute to Mactown, Clementine, J Roc, everyone in the building. So now Massacre 6 went down this weekend. I now I'm gonna say this right off rip. I've been to every massacre event. I've been to many other smaller league events. Okay. But I've been to 5 King of the Dot events besides this one. This was not a King of the Dot event. This was not a King of the Dot event. This was absolutely a URL event. The people that were in there, I'm looking around and I'm like, yo, like, where's all the people that I seen at all the other massacres?
Right.
Where are, because I seen all the same people at all the first 5 ones. Where are they? So now day one, I will say this, day one was like that felt a little more like a KOTD crowd, but it still really didn't. Because when you got Anwar running around like a whole fucking crackhead, skinny as shit, yo, he's got to weigh like 125 pounds. He's so skinny and his eyes were bugged out, his pupils huge, running around like I swear he didn't watch any of the battles. He was just bouncing around like a fucking fiend. Like, but I'm telling you, bro, I'm standing there and I'm watching these battles yesterday. And I didn't even say this to Pablo yet. I'm standing there watching these battles yesterday and I said, this is not a King of the Dot event by any means. And I'll say this, Organic was hosting this event. Organic and Gully were hosting this event, but that other dude was running it. Pablo, you agree with that?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
So the dude from Takeover Battle League, I believe, I think he's like the owner of Takeover Battle League. It seemed like he was running the show and Organic and Gully were there hosting and they were just using the massacre name. So they had to have Organic there, you know what I mean? Type shit. But it didn't really, like, I've been to all the massacres. I've seen Organic running around like a chicken with his head cut off trying to do shit. Now I get it. Like he probably has, like, I know he has a staff and stuff, but even still, he does a lot of shit himself. But yesterday, man, it didn't feel like a King of the Dot event, and it didn't feel like I don't know. It just didn't feel like Organic was running the show. How do you feel about that, Pablo?
Yeah, I gotta agree. I'm trying to fix this thing.
You good? Rap Ref, what do you mean who? Who was running around looking like a whole crackhead? Anwar.
No, I think he means who was running it.
Oh, the dude from Takeover Battle League. Which I believe is just a branch of the URL, because I seen a lot of people there that you would normally see behind Smack and Beasley at the URL events. Right? So this did not feel like a King of the Dot event. Clips needs to retire ASAP. And here's what I will say, because Adept did ask why we didn't boo when Clips was freestyling. Now there's two reasons. One, because I expect it from him. Like I'm not surprised when he does it. So there's not really. But the other reason is because I was already pretty close to getting kicked out because of how loud.
Yeah, people were grilling us already, and also you gotta understand, because I heard not only Adept say that, people like, yo, why didn't you boo him? But also, if you watch the battle, right, Clips was up there dying a slow death because he was garbage. Me, and during that battle, you can see on the stream, I'm right up front. I'm right behind Real Sick. The whole time Clips is rapping and I'm off camera, I'm shaking my head at him.
Oh yeah.
I'm going, that was trash. That was ass. He made direct eye contact with me like 8 times.
Yep.
I kept shaking my head, giving him thumbs down, going, that was ass. That was ass. Like mouthing the words, because the thing about Clips is
he's so loved.
No, I know, but this though, if you give him, like, he was so trash and dying up there, if you audibly boo or say something, you're giving him an out to now he's got something to work off of and freestyle.
Like I did at
the man's
Massacre
booing, 1. So
like I did at Massacre 1.
Exactly. I didn't want to give him anything to work with, because then the second you do that, and also there's a part in his round, just because I was shaking my head and thumb and all that shit, where he looked right at me, and then he even that part where he was like, "Oh, your crew behind you," and he stopped and he's like, "No, look at him,
pointed
look
at us.
Crew.
He
pointed right at me.
Me and Pablo are like, what?
And I put my hand, I'm like, bro, I'm not Real Sick, but that's why he did that, because the whole time he was rapping, I was shaking my head, thumbs down, and going, that was trash. I was like mouthing words like that was garbage, that was good. Yeah. And he kept looking right at me, so that's why he did that. But if I audibly booed, even if he spit the same garbage and just pointed at me, like the crowd would have ate it up. So that's why, like,
and also
you don't give him anything. If you do anything, you're giving him something to work with and freestyle off of, and put a battery in his back, because all of a sudden he might turn up like, oh, okay. And like, I didn't want to give him anything to work with, and just let him up there, let him eat dick. Because that's what he was doing. He was fucking bombing. So just let him bomb and flail and fail instead of giving him something to work off. And then when it was over and he walked over to that side, I was like, garbage. I go, you wrote that last night and shit. Like, I was saying this shit right to him. So
yeah. And you know, they were saying like all day yesterday and the day before, like, because like people by the bar, people upstairs, they were being super fucking loud and shit. And the people upstairs were like the battlers and the people with VIP. So they were being super loud and shit. So they were telling them to be quiet all weekend. But then it was like right before Real Sick and Charlie Clips, they were like, yo, fucking, you know, and make sure everyone's quiet. We're down to the last few battles, whatever. These are the main attraction battles, this and that. And also we don't need any of the extra commentary. Because I was yelling a lot of shit like while it was quiet and like
Just he specifically said, "Look, Avocado, he's been dealing with a lot," because the first day we were right behind Avo,
yelling like crazy. I was like crazy. Both of us were,
That's why I think they came in, and then this time we were right on the side. We were actually even closer.
Yeah.
So I think Avo was like getting aggravated with us.
So was Uncle Ra too.
Right, Uncle Ra was behind us the whole time, and he kept trying to use his selfie stick. He would like sneak in between. He's like, "Excuse me, sorry guys," and like stick his fucking selfie stick in front of us to try to get clips and shit. Like,
so I made sure I got heard in every one of those motherfuckers. But it's like, oh yeah, don't worry, I'll let you get in front of me so you can block it. Now, speaking of that, Pablo.
But hold on, Hazy said Clips said, "Oh, your crew behind you." And Pablo's reaction was priceless. Crips tried to make a moment that wasn't this. See, that's what I'm talking about. If I was loud enough where the camera could hear it, then that dumb shit probably would have hit. But the fact I'm off screen, not making noise, and I'm just shaking my head at it, I'm going like, boo, that was garbage. And he's looking right at me the whole time, which I can tell it's affecting his performance.
Yeah.
Why audibly boo? That just gives him an out, and then he probably could have turned that into a moment. Instead, that shit fell flat as fuck.
Yep.
So I just wanted to say that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's good. But yeah, man. So day one, we were standing right behind Avo, and then day two, we were standing like right on the right side, so whoever was on Organic's left. But what I wanted to say was, so when he said about when Pablo just said about Uncle Rock coming in with the selfie stick, right? So yeah, he'd like kind of like push his fat ass through there and then like stick the like selfie stick, like, you know, the cameras blocks our view and shit. And then when Tay Roc battled Bigg K, bro, like, I don't know if y'all realize how tall John and Twerk are in real life, but John's 6'4" and Twerk is significantly taller than him. So
right.
So like, and they're both like, I can't see Tay Roc. I can see Bigg K's face like half that. I can't see Tay Roc at all. Like a couple
it's
times.
Crazy. If you look at the Real Sick Clips battle, like you could literally see us because there's no one else standing in the There's like one Real Six homies on the side, bro. For that battle, there was literally fucking 13 people. They had a whole little crew. Rita. Amwar was off running around like a crack. He looks crazy.
The only reason he came, the only reason he popped
John,
up was
there was like that little butts. Right. There was like a little gremlin dude. Like there was so many people.
Yo, tell him about the gremlin dude. This dude's reactions, like he was like, oh my god, the most obnoxious fucking sound.
Right. And he's like smaller than City Towers. He had these glasses on, but all weekend the dude was running around. He was outside being extra loud for no reason. He's like, oh my god. Like, bro, relax.
Right, yo, Rex got mad at me because
oh my god,
because either Chirac or Yoshi G said
it was
something.
Yoshi G, yeah,
and I was like grown woman bars, something you got to deal with. And Rex and Mook were right in front of us, like
right.
And Rex turns around, he's like, that's copyrighted. Like, okay, I can still yell it at it in a crowd. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Right, bro.
Wow, bro. Yo, he was like genuinely mad.
No, dude, T-Rex was pissed. And it's funny because right after that, like he was talking during one of their, I think it was even Chirac, who's like, you're standing behind the person. He was talking during the round. And then Auntie Rod like tapped him and was like, excuse me, sir, stop making noise. And T-Rex just like whipped his head around, was like, make me.
Yeah.
And then literally he was like, oh, he goes, oh, it was you. He goes, oh, I thought it was one of these kids trying to be tough. So he literally was like, you didn't hit, bro. He was like already looking for a reason to.
Yo, I would have knocked him out, dude.
But we were getting grilled the whole fucking time.
Yo, yeah, I want to say that too. There was definitely at least one or two people from this community there that recognized it, because there was this one dude in particular who was grilling me day one and day two. So
should we talk about the thing that I almost don't even want to bring it up, but with the clown outside.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Is it even worth it?
Was the girl even there? Is that the one you're talking
about? No. That's a different.
We gotta tell that one.
Yeah, we gotta tell that story.
But the clown outside.
Yeah, he was a battler on the card. We missed his battle.
Oh yeah. After sorry. Oh no.
Talk about it. He said, all right. I guess I'll just make it quick.
Yeah.
All right. So day one. What?
I know who you're talking about. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Whatever. Let's just leave it. Fuck it.
Let's just leave it alone.
Right. Basically, I won't say anything. I'm just gonna say, we got there. I was walking in. Someone was staring at me, so I just went up and was like, "What's good?" Like, put my fist up.
Someone we know.
Yeah, and he just like, no, like he just didn't move. He didn't like acknowledge me. I was like, "Bro, you're just staring at me." So I just came to check your temperature, and he's like, "You were talking shit on an episode on script." I was like, "No, I wasn't. What are you talking about?" But I was like, "Whatever, bro. That's cool." Like, I don't know. This at the point I'm at in life, like, I don't try to have peace with people. I'm out in public, someone's staring at me, and I was like walking by anyway, so I just like went up to check it and just like, "Yo, fist bump, like, we good? What's up?" So,
and then this same person was staring me down,
staring at us the whole time, bro.
Yo,
and like Social was saying, like, I felt if it was me like 3 years ago, I probably would have just bitch slapped him. Honestly,
oh yeah, for sure.
Close. But where I'm at now, and I'm like, yo, like the shit I have going on in life, I'm like, bro, like whatever. Like to me, that was a third strike. I've tried to be cool with the same person multiple times,
but I
always do something. I literally was the thing he's referencing of me talking shit, quote unquote, was literally me shooting him bail and actually trying to say, oh, you know what? The way he acted in this situation was out of character for him. So that's actually not only not talking shit, it was actually like shooting you bail.
Right.
But I will say I kind of heard MME's voice in the back of my head that was like, yo, leave the negative energy. You don't want to, because this was before we even went in the venue and watched any battles. I'm like, I'm not trying to fuck up the event. I'm not trying to we paid a bunch of money, got a hotel. I'm like,
I did tell Pablo though yesterday during day 2. I said if he fucking looks at me one more time, I'm laying him out. I don't give a fuck.
Right. Cause it's like it's just so weird. Like I don't know.
He thinks he's so tough, man. Like
just fucking like egotistical weirdo nonsense. And it made me mad that I actually shot him bail and was saying it's out of character because now I see that it's not. That is just your character.
Yeah, because check this out. Check this out. Day 1. He didn't even come in the building after his battle. He stayed outside the whole time with a pissy mug on his face. And then day 2, he stood up against the wall the entire time behind us, just like kind of staring at us, just like they're all pissy, not really like. And then I was filming Frack's entrance, and like he just happened to be in the background, and he's like staring into the camera, and then he like salutes the camera. It's like, dude, I'm not filming you, you dumb fuck.
Right. So it's just fucking. It was just like part of me was just like, whatever, bro. Like, really? Like, it's not like we have some crazy beef. I talk some crazy shit. Like, you're mad I fucking interviewed someone on our show
who didn't have nice things to say about
you. Like, you're crazy. Like, whatever, bro. Like, honestly, at that point, I'm just like, this kid's just a fucking. I feel like he's just like looking for reasons to have issues with people or fucking. And literally, I thought back, I'm like, that was 5 months ago. Like, and also it's like, so you're listening to our episode. Like, to me, I just laughed about it. I was like, all right, well, if that's your opinion. He's like, I listened to the whole thing. I'm like,
and his name's not in the title, so it's not like he was searching his name and found it.
I just like kind of laughed about it. I was like, all right, that's your opinion. Like, to me, he was like, well, you talk shit and then you come up to me at an event. I'm like, come up to you. I was walking by anyway, and you were grilling me. So I was crossing the street. I chose to, I'm not going to sit there, stare at you and not say anything. If you have an issue with me, like, I feel like you wouldn't have even said anything to me. So I came up and checked your temperature because you were grilling me. Like, what's up, bro?
Yep. Yo, it's funny that you said that. Like, because while I'm out there protesting that pedophile, bro, MME crossed my mind a couple times. I'm like, because there was a couple times I'm looking at this guy thinking, what I'd rather be doing than holding the sign, you know?
Right.
And like literally a couple times, like I had MME on my left shoulder being like, bro, it's not worth it.
Facts. Like literally I heard his voice just say to me like, oh, whatever. Like, and it tied back to something we were talking about last episode, is like, you can't control how other people take things. So if someone else feels a way and like, took a different context from a conversation, they felt it. You can't control how they feel, but to me, it was just like, all right, I just felt like that was your third strike. I've tried to overlook shit and be cool,
right?
Because to me, it's like we don't like. There's no issue. Like, what issue do I have?
Right,
I don't. And literally, it's the same person that I talked positively about on episodes, on lives. I said, yo, actually, I think he won this battle. Oh, I think, you know, so it's like, whatever, bro. Like, I feel like battle rappers just have such fucking fragile egos. It's crazy. So, whatever, bro. If you want to sit there butt hurt and stand outside the whole time and like not even watch battles at the venue you're at and be all pissy and mean, like,
you know why?
Because
he didn't want to see Real Deal battle. I bet and Real Deal was there day one. Yo, check that out. So Tusabe would not go inside during day one, but he was inside all day when Real Deal wasn't there.
Now you just said his name.
Well, they already knew.
Yeah, I know.
They already knew. Fuck it, it was Tusabe. But yeah, like, and he didn't want to be in there watching Real Deal's battle, and then or in there while Real Deal's in there. So he just
what
stayed
about
outside.
Everyone else though? Like,
and then
the event you're on, you don't want to like show any support to.
No, I get it.
Me, that's what I was doing. Is whether I like you or not, we're all at a battle event. Anyone that's battling on the card, I'm gonna be like, even people I don't like, when they walk by me, I like put a fist up and I'm like, oh, good shit. You know, that's it. That's all it was. I was literally walking by, just put a fist up, like, yo, what's up? Like, you know, like, good shit. Oh, respect, you're battling on the, you know, that's all it was. He could have just put up, just bumped it and said whatever and kept it moving.
But
he started following me across the street and trying to give me an explanation. I was like, no, okay, cool. And I kept walking. And he's like, whoa. And he's like following me, trying to give me an explanation. I'm like, bro, I don't give a fuck. I don't need to hear your explanation why. You don't fuck, fine. See you later. Like, it was just a fucking 2-second, like, oh, respect type shit, you know, because I'm on some peaceful shit, you know?
Right.
So it's just like, I don't know. The whole thing was just fucking weird to me, but I didn't even want to bring it up, to be honest, because
I know, but once we start bringing up, we have to.
Right. Whatever. But anyway, if you want to get into some of the battles.
But it was weird that the day Real Deal's there, he won't go inside, but then the next day he's inside the whole time because Real Deal was gone. That's kind of funny. But yeah, so Pablo and I missed the first couple battles of both days.
I know, I'm mad we missed E-Farrell, but like, bro,
so mad.
They're supposed to start at 5, and we got there like 5:05, and we already had like 3 battles. It's like, Jesus, bro.
Facts. I'm kind of glad though, because it moved pretty quick. Yeah. Bro, Haji, if you watch Charlie Clips versus Pass from Massacre 1, when someone in the crowd calls Charlie Clips a bitch for wearing the slippers because he said he didn't defend Math because he was wearing slippers, and so I said that's some bitch shit. And when it was Clips' next turn, he's like, I had my slippers because I left. He's like, I'll knock your brother out. I was wearing my slippers because I left my shoes at your mother's house. Right. And the whole crowd went crazy. So that's
what I'm saying. That's why I didn't want to give him a chance to throw some weak ass rebuttal for the crowd, because they were eating some of the shit. Like, bro,
they were eating a lot of
people were reacting to. Me and Social look at each other. We're like, really? I'm like, that was ass.
We did a lot of that. We did a lot of that during every battle,
and people were getting mad. Like, bro,
yeah.
People, and some of the people that were great. Like, you could tell they came there specifically to cheer one person. Like, I remember Bigg K went first, right? He ended his round before Tay Roc spit one bar. This guy goes, Tay Roc 1-0.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? He didn't even rap yet. What are you talking about? And then the whole time, this dude was just like, fuck you talking about? That was trash. And then Tay Roc would spit some like mediocre line. He's like, it's just different. You can't fuck with that. Like, bro, come on. Like, how do you feel like a man at the end of the night if you're just riding someone's dick so fucking hard? Like, people were actually getting mad at me and Social for reacting to both battlers.
Yeah.
Like, Yoshi G would say something, we'd react. Then Chirac would say something, we'd react. But the people in front of us were like, the
Rex and Mook.
Right, every battle, the crew of the person in front of us, when we reacted to the other side, were like getting mad at us.
Yeah,
like, what the fuck, bro? Sorry, we're not dick riders. Like,
right, we're not on this side. We don't know which battler is going to be on what side.
Right, we just want a good view.
We just want a good view
on this side because we're on this person's side. I'm on the side of bars.
Bars. Yep.
Not a fucking like fanatic of any one person. Like we even cheered for twerk shit, and you know, it's like I can root for past, but still acknowledge when someone spits a fire bar. Like
absolutely. Like Bigg K. Me and Bigg K do not like each other, and
my
people
God,
know
bro,
it.
He was staring at
he
you
was
like
he was grill.
Because
again,
because you're on the other side, he probably thought like, oh yeah, you're standing on twerk side, like he was gonna be me eating.
Yeah, he was looking.
But we were going crazy for his shit too. So
yeah, I was going crazy. I was going more crazy for Bigg K than I was Tay Roc. For real.
It's funny. There was actually a couple moments during, like, I'd say at least 5 battles where someone would say something, I would react and say something, and then it would make them stop and like repeat what I just said. Like when someone would say something, and I would be like, facts, and then they stop. Like Yoshi was like, that's facts. That's facts.
Like, yeah, like, and then day one, Rex was spinning some shit. He's like, oh, what, something about growing up in the sandbox, this and that, and then the crowd got really quiet for a second. I go, talk that loyalty shit, and everybody, the whole crowd just went crazy.
Yep. Oh, dude, I started.
But like, then Rex gets mad at me the next day.
Right.
Fuck
like,
you,
bro. Honestly, there was a lot of fucking weirdos and weird energy in the build. Like, it's crazy because never at one time was it like so awesome to be a battle rap fan to watch these battles, and also so fucking disappointed in the battle rap community by seeing these are the fans, these are the people connected with the league. This is, you know what I mean? Like, it was just crazy that simultaneously I'm like, this is amazing for battle rap, and also was like disgusted with some of the shit. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Yeah, because like I said, man, look, bro, even when I say like, all right, I've been to all the massacres, like I said, this one didn't feel like a King of the Dot event, but it also just had a very different feel in general. Like, like the battlers are all different. Like, I understand people are older now, but like the battlers are different as far as like they're more weird. They're more like standoffish. Like they
bro.
They want to argue with the fans. Like, it's fucking weird. It's not how it was. Even going back to Massacre 5. Massacre 5. This is Massacre 6. Big fucking difference between the two.
Right.
Big difference.
It's just crazy because like you're saying, like some of the even the battlers, like they walk by after their performance and you like go to give them that, like, oh, good shit, that was fun, and they're just like so like they don't know how to socialize.
Frack looked at me like I had 10 heads.
Frack is fucking weird as fuck outside of the ring. Outside the ring, he's a fucking little weirdo, and I feel like that goes for a lot of the battle. But inside the ring, like fire, that was dope, good performance. But they get outside the ring and they're just fucking weirdos, bro. Like a shout out to like Marv one's cool. He's like down to earth. You can
very
like,
cool.
We were
A-Ward is even not bad. Like
right.
Like
cool. Marv one and A-Ward, they were in that pizza shop that we were in. They were just chilling. Like we were just sitting there chopping it up with them and shit. And like they're cool, down to earth. Even though like I do feel like he's kind of a panderer and shit.
Oh, but, for sure. I'm not a fan.
But just outside, like personalizing, like, you know, communicating with people, like he's at least like somewhat of a fucking normal human. Like some of these other battlers are fucking weirdos, bro.
I literally went up to A-Ward and I said, yo, was that revenge for the Ilmac battle? Like, and I thought he was gonna like take offense to that, and because
no, he started laughing. He's like, yo, Ilmac called me right after the battle and was like, yo, you just killed it, fire performance types. Bro, that out of breath sloppy and cookies on his shirt,
that shit was fucking crazy.
And also there was a couple times where someone would be like building up momentum to a line, like when he said that whole you don't know if I'm saying Massacre 6 or and I said it with him, like my resume, and it made it hit even harder and shit. Like
me and Pablo definitely made this event better. If we weren't there, if we weren't there. Fact.
That's why I felt like even though that we were getting ice grilled and people, they were like looking for a reason to get rid of us, and Avo was in his feelings for some reason. Like they still knew, like, yo, these dudes are making the battles better. Because we weren't like.
Yo, hold on, Roc. My bad. Let me just say this real quick. Shout out to DME Detroit. Bigg K said I will snap DME's neck when I see him. DME, remember at Massacre 5 when he said he snatched me up and made me shit on myself, and you hit me up, you're like, yo, is this true? I'm like, no. He's like, you want to come on and tell the story? Was that the first time you ever brought someone on your platform? That's a question I've been meaning to ask you. But anyway, my bad. Go ahead, Pablo.
No, I was gonna I forget what I was even saying.
You were saying the A-word, the massacre of my resume.
Right, yeah. So there was parts where I was gonna say I feel like they were like looking for a reason to kick us out, but we were making every battle better, and we weren't actually like
overreacting.
We weren't obnoxious to the point where now it's like we're fucking the battlers up by being too loud type shit. It was just like a little, you know, like because sometimes when pass and shit, like when he's rapping, he's like in a pocket in the momentum. So it's not like pausing for reaction, but there is like a small part in between each line. So he'd be like, no. I'd be like, like shit like that. Like,
yeah, we're not trying to fuck up their performance. Like,
right. Just trying to hype them up a little bit, you know? And there's a couple times where like no one would have reacted until I reacted for
that.
I was like,
that's a fact. That's a fact.
I was like
like that shit Rex said when I said talk that loyalty shit. No one was about to react to that. He stopped for a reaction.
Right.
Facts.
I think it's because, like you said, they're not like seasoned battle fans, and like, I know when to pick and choose the spot. You know, I'm not like jumping at every line, but you feel the momentum build up, and I know when someone's about to pause and shit. So I'd be like, "Woo!" Like every time you heard one of those, it was me, and I would get the rest of the crowd reacting.
Yeah, and anytime you heard a "Let's go," it was me.
Yeah, or if you heard "What."
Yeah, that was Pablo.
Yeah.
But yeah, Hazy and Seizure, you guys are right. There were definitely people there who knew where we were, who knew who we were for sure. Like I said, man,
but there were people like
all right.
It was crazy because I ran into your boy D, which is the first kid I ever battled on 413. We ran into him. We ran into 3SK. He actually heard Social's voice and was like, that has to be him. And he came around us and we were chopping up and shit. So it's just crazy because I don't know, that to me I felt like is what stood out about the other person, because it's like, dude, these other people I battled where I talk about the battle and shit and like give my opinion of stuff, like they come up to me, they're giving me dabs, yo, how you been type shit.
Yeah, you know? 3SK is a good dude, man. He came up to me, he's like, yo, he's like, I knew that was your voice. I had to find you. What's up, man? And I'm like, yo, good to see you, brother. And then he's seen Pablo. And he's like, oh, hold on, I gotta say what's up to Pablo. And he like moved right past me. Like, bro, that go watch Pablo Picasso versus 3SK. That battle's dope, man.
Yeah, I played my rounds on a live the other day, but I was gonna play his. Caesar was like, "Oh, don't play his rounds, fuck it." But I was like, "Yo, he's kind of fire though." Too.
Yeah, yo, I still remember that Band of Brothers battle.
I said that. I quoted that on the live. I said, "Yo, I kill you when you're because I was in a band with my brother and so, who's like my brother." So he's like, "Kill you and your Band of Brothers like HBO." That shit was fire.
That was fire. That was fire. I was like, damn. MME said that's fire. Family priorities must remain undefeated. But that was a good event to witness. Most picks I got came from day 2, and I got a few of Unscripted Logic. Word.
That's another thing I wanted to talk about, because like before we went to the event, we were talking about like, oh yeah, we'll get some interviews and shit. But just being there and the energy and shit and the way they were moving the event along was actually really good.
I would have missed battles if I.
So the only way we would have been able to do that is if we went outside during a battle.
Yes.
Because any other time there was even the slightest break, it was like maybe 10 minutes at most, sometimes like 7 minutes.
And Auntie Ra.
And literally the second that battles, they were like walking out of the ring. Either like Knowledge or Auntie Ra would already have a camera in their face and they would be like interviewing, or they were outside mid conversation with someone else, because then other fans are walking up going, oh, can I take a picture? Can you record this?
Right.
And like I said, like, and then they're getting interviewed on the sidewalk type shit. And then another battle starts. So it's like, look, we paid mad money to actually watch these fire battles. So the only way we could get these, like some of the interviews, is to miss some of the battles, to go outside and interview someone. And like I said, it's like, either they fuck with us and they would just come on Unscripted and we could like have fire, or like record a drop for like Unscripted Logic type shit, or they don't fuck with us. And it's like, then why am I gonna interview you just to post it for other people that weren't there, that didn't spend? That's like, people want you to miss the battles yourself so you can get content for them to watch because they didn't pay to go there, you know?
Yes.
And I'm like, well, Auntie Ra and Knowledge are already doing it. So like, for what? Like, honestly, after like an hour of being there, me and Socials looked at each other, we're like, yo, fuck getting in it. Like, honestly, I'm like, I'm enjoying myself. We spent a lot of fucking money and time to go there and shit. Yep. And just as 20-year fucking battle rap fans that have been dying to actually see some good battles for the last 10 years, it's like, I want to watch the battles. I don't want to, and also we had good spots, so I didn't want to leave the spot to go outside to try to force an interview with someone who either already had a genuine convo with me, and it's like, let me stop this conversation to pull my phone out. You know what I mean? Or it's, you're forcing it, you're interrupting them already talking to someone else to be like, oh, can I get? And it's like we were just like, for what? Like, honestly,
And like, and the one I did try to get, the Chilla one for MME. I really did try to get that one, but every time I saw Chilla, he was either like on the move or he was talking to someone. And then I saw him outside the pizza shop. I was gonna have, but then him and that girl started walking away. So
because at first he was with like Marv and someone else was talking to him, and then they walked away. Yeah, and then it was him and the girl, and then he was there by himself for like maybe 30 seconds. That's when I was like, yo, Chilla's outside right now. But then he got up and started walking away with her. So it's like, hey, can you stop? I know you just battled this the end of the night. You're tired. You want to go home. Can you stop now and force an interview? Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes you can just feel when it's like, like this person don't want to do this right now. Like, you know what I mean?
And plus the good thing is that, you know, there's a very good chance I could get someone like Chilla on this show.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like, either have a 3-minute conversation on the sidewalk where their mind's probably scrambled and they're tired and they already did interviews and they're just going to be repeating themselves, or you could actually get them to come on the show and have an hour-long conversation when they're like fresh and they're not exhausted and shit. You know what I mean? Like shout out to Sharon. I dabbed him up. I was going to try to get a drop from him, but some other fan cut in between and was taking. I was like, all right, whatever. Like,
Sharon came up to me and was like, and he's like, hey, what's up, man? He's like, you still doing interviews? And I was like, yeah, sometimes. He's like, well, if you want one today, let me know. But then I didn't see him the rest of the night.
Right. E. Farrell, we chilled with him both days a little bit. He came up to, he's like, oh, the boys are back in town. He took a picture of us to send to his homie and shit.
Yeah.
He's like, I got to get a pic for Jeffrey's, the fact that you two are here.
Yeah.
But he was one where we wanted to do the interview, but we told him about Unscripted and he said he'd come on. So I'm like, yeah, I'd rather just do that. I did want to be there for his battle to support because I fuck with E. Farrell. He's a real one. And but because we missed it, we both bought merch from E. Farrell too. So
yes, sir.
That was the shirt I was wearing on day 2. That's E. Farrell's shirt. I'm not allergic to the circus, but you clowns make me sick.
Yep, I bought one too because, you know, it applies a lot to this community as well.
But all right, I feel like we did a good amount of talking about other shit. Should we get to the battles now?
Let's get to the battles.
Yeah, like MME said, nothing worth it if it's it just felt too forced. Like I said, they were moving along the event so smooth. That it's
so
like
smooth. There was not
any
I've ever
real
seen
time to like literally you would have had to talk to someone while a battle was happening. Like, hey, you want to come outside? Now you're making them miss it. And hold on, I will say there was one point where I went outside right after Danny Myers battled. He was outside by himself on the phone talking to someone, and I was like 3 feet away. I was like waiting for him to end the call, and I was gonna talk to him about Duck and Loso and shit.
Okay, now that
but
you
this
brought that up,
motherfucker he was talking on the phone for 15 minutes about how he's like, it's just different. He's like, they put people up against me to see if they're really ready.
Yeah,
I'm just on that. And like this, the shit he was saying, I was like, oh my God, I got so like fucking disgusted. And he was literally on the phone riding his own dick for 10 minutes. I was like, whatever, bro. I just walked away. I was like,
yo, do you remember what I yelled during Danny's battle?
No, I don't.
Yo, shout out to Tay Roc. I yelled, Duck and Danny.
Duck and
Danny. I yelled Duck and Danny. Pablo looked at me like stop. Like, cause we said, man, they were looking for a reason to get us out of there for sure.
John's shirt.
Oh my God,
would not let it go. He kept saying, fuck that shirt. Fuck that shirt.
Loud too.
Fuck
Yo,
that,
John walked into the ring wearing now we're in Massachusetts, right? He walks into the ring wearing a fucking Kyrie Irving shirt, flipping off the Boston Celtics crowd. So when he walked in, he was literally right in front of me, and I was like, fuck that shirt.
Like,
fuck
aggressive,
that shirt.
Aggressive as fuck. And
aggressive.
I like bumped him. I'm like, bro, chill. You said it 12 times. I'm like, let it go. Let it go. They're going to throw us out.
Yep. And I said, fuck. And then, bro, I was so, because it's like, and like, then when John introduced himself, the crowd didn't really cheer for him because, like, bro, you're wearing that shirt in Massachusetts.
I respect it, though.
I respect it, but I'm still going to say, fuck it. Like, I respect it, but, people who wear Yankees jerseys to a Red Sox game are liable to get knocked the fuck out. I'm just saying. So, but I respect it as well, but I had to say, fuck that shirt, man. I had to say, fuck that shirt. And it's not, I'm not saying fuck Kyrie. I'm saying fuck that situation. Like, I was in that crowd when he flipped off that crowd. I was on the side that he was flipping off. So fuck that shirt. Just like, yo, fuck them titties. Danny Duckington. Yeah. I said Duck and Danny. I should have called him Danny Duckington. But yeah, I did
Duck and Danny.
I did yell some crazy shit. But yeah, let's
we didn't see the was it GK versus Stretch. We didn't see that. I seen a little bit on the play on the YouTube or whatever. But
yeah. And we were only like 5 minutes late, bro.
Right. It's crazy.
Already like 2.5, 3 battles had already happened. It was like, what?
But yo, E. Farrell fucking cooked.
Yeah, E. Farrell.
I was mad that I wasn't there because I felt like there was parts where he wasn't getting reaction where he should have, and I felt like if I was there, I could have been like, that was been like
he definitely would have had us standing behind him too.
Right. So I did feel a little bad that I was like, because he was bro. He said it's like I opened on Massacre 1.
Yeah,
he did. The first battle on Massacre 1. He's like, yo, a lot's changed through the years. But he's like, bro, I'm still bottom of the card battling bums. Like, that was fucking fire. Facts. When he had the something Scenic Highway, put a fucking 16 and a 45, like Freaky Friday.
Yep. Hold on, I want MME. Yes. Now I want to say something about that because now where Pablo and I were standing on day 1 was behind Avocado. So we could see that dude. We could see his face the whole time, but I didn't see his shirt at all.
Right.
Not until I saw Adept post it. I was like, how did I miss that? I didn't see that shit at all. Because like Pablo said, like we might have went outside like once during day 1, maybe twice, but we held it down in that spot. So like, and plus there was people grilling us and shit, so my head was kind of on a swivel. But I I know I've seen that dude. He kind of looks like P from URL, and I swear he's like part of URL. But yeah, I didn't see the fucking shirt, which is very very odd. But the shirt that he was wearing.
No, that dude's definitely part of URL. He's
yeah, he's part of URL.
I forget his name,
but
but he's always.
Where I will tell you guys something. You guys seeing that shirt, that's how it felt in the building. Like for day 2, if we're not talking about just surface level battle rap, it did kind of feel like there's some type of like ritual shit going on here.
Yeah, it was a weird energy in the building.
It was a weird fucking energy. Like it was strange, man. It didn't feel like a battle rap crowd.
Right. And I saw a few people saying like, oh, they brought this for the, the white King of the Dot crowd. And I was kind of laughing because I'm like, yo, it was like me, Social. Like there was like a handful of white dudes, but like
I don't even know if there was that
many. Yeah, I feel like there wasn't even that many white chicks either. Like
nah.
It was, respectfully, it was a like very mixed crowd. It was in Lawrence, so obviously it's like Hispanics and shit. Like
a lot of Hispanics, yep. But it was definitely a mixed crowd, but
right, because a lot of people there for the URL.
Now let me correct that though, because when I say like this was not a King of, like this didn't feel like a King of the Dot event, it wasn't a King of the Dot event. I'm not talking about the color.
No, I know. I was just making a difference.
No, I'm making it clear.
You're right, because if you don't make it clear,
yeah, I want to make it clear to them because that's not what I meant, because it was a mix of all different types of people both days, but it just didn't feel like it. I've been to 5 other King of the Dot events, and this didn't feel like that. It felt like someone else was running the show. It felt like Organic and Gully were the puppets. Like that's how it felt.
Right. That's a fact.
So I don't want people to think like, oh, so it must have been all black people. Then no, it wasn't. It was actually mostly Hispanic, but yeah, it was
some fine ass ladies there.
Some fine ass ladies there. Yo, and can I just say before we get into the battles, Yoshi should not have gotten that boob job.
Facts.
Shout out to everybody.
That was another part during the battle when she was like, "We liked you better when you was in the itty bitty titty committee," and I was like, "Facts." Yeah,
me too. I yell facts too. Yep. Yeah, I'm sure you guys can hear us all over that fucking thing.
Right.
But all right. So what was the first battle we saw of day 1? Was it Real Deal versus Mike P?
Was it?
I think it might have been.
I don't know.
Let me pull it up. Hold on.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, because we missed XL versus Chef Trez.
Right, okay.
Yep. So, all right. So, Real Deal. I can't put it up on the screen, but we'll run it down. I got it right here. But so Real Deal versus Mike P. I'll let you go first on this one. I mean, I'm pretty sure we feel the same way.
Yeah. Yeah, Real Deal versus Mike P. Was that that was the first battle we saw?
Yeah, because it was Stretch versus GK, E-Foul versus Pepe, XL versus Chef Trez, and then Real Deal Mike P. Yeah, that was the first.
Damn, that's crazy.
Because when we got there, we saw Marv, and Marv was like, Real Deal and
no. He said Chef Trez and XL are battling right now.
Oh, that's right. That's right. We were like, fuck it, yeah. And then,
I wanted to say E. Farrell was fucking cooking when he said, "I will confess to your murder just so they get me a burger."
Yeah.
Fucking fire, bro. He cooked that clown Pepe. Like, I can't stand that fucking fool.
Thank you, MME. We appreciate you, brother, as always. You know it. Thanks to salute, Miss Vicious, salute. Salute to everybody in here. Yoshi's tits meet her collarbone.
Oh my god. That's crazy. Yo, on a dev slide, people were saying it looked like a fucking Tony Stark chest plate or something, which is crazy because on the footage, like on the camera, it does look like that. in person, they look a little better, but like, not
No.
like, I don't know. I'm just not a fan of fake anything.
Me either. But Sick Mosh, no. There was one battle that we saw before you got there. There was 4 battles before you got there.
Right.
But we only saw one. But I'm gonna keep Miss Vicious comment up until I see a better one.
Right.
Because that is fucking hilarious. He said, I'm a role model like a BBW. Oh man. Yep.
Yeah,
so,
bro.
So
right, I'm a role model. Yo, E Farrell was fucking cooking, bro.
Yo, E Farrell is one of the best in the world, and I've been saying that since the first time I seen him, bro. Like, and we know E Farrell like that. Like, I could get E Farrell on Unscripted next week.
Bro, if I never started rapping, you'd be watching this from home. To like, he fucking cooked this fool, bro. And like, honestly, he should be getting bigger. But I know he like took a hiatus and shit, but he shouldn't be battling fucking Pepe. Like, no. For real, like he fucking 30'd that fool bad.
And what's crazy is the only reason he even like they put him on the card because he's from New England, like, and then they put him on the bottom of the card. Like, that's
that's crazy. Bro.
The difference between like an E Farrell and a Tusabe, like light years.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Oh no, wait, I forgot light years was weight.
How much is a light year weight? Yeah, bro, it's not even close. Like, E Farrell's one of the best fucking writers. Like, I still remember when, bro, some of his fucking line when he's like,
right,
yo, it's like, he's like, fucking, don't know what I'm yelling about, like, or no, hold on, that's wrong. It says something, Brick Tamlin, like a bully like Biff Tannen, make you take a seat over there, like, Chris Hansen. He's like, the gun is like a festival band, the shit's jamming or something. Like, bro,
I was so fucking jealous when I heard that shit. I'm like, how do all those things rhyme? And I never thought of that.
Right. The fucking slush puppy, because I'm one ice cold son of a bitch. Like, bro, what the fuck?
Because I'm one cold son of a bitch. Fire. But all right, let's we'll talk about E Farrell's battle when we bring. I'm gonna try to get E Farrell.
I was actually gonna hit you up earlier and be like, yo, see if he'll come up to, but I was like, maybe today. I was like, yeah, we should give him his own episode though.
Oh, for sure. That's why, definitely give him his own episode for sure. He needs that. But let's get to
we'll get into the story of how I met him and shit.
Yeah, for sure. Because the way I met E Farrell is fucking crazy too, actually. Like really crazy. And we Pablo and I both met him at different times, I think.
Yeah.
Because Pablo wasn't there the first time I met him. But so Real Deal and Mike P.
Oh my god, bro.
The ladies' battle was fire. We'll get there. Yeah, we'll get there. So I had Real Deal with the 30. I mean, Mike P had a couple okay lines. Like
it's a good moment, but
he had a couple of moments, right? But overall,
the bars were like,
and
bro,
Real Deal was
Kaisenet, I show speed. Like, really, you're fucking rapping about internet personalities and shit. Like,
and Real Deal snapped.
Yeah, he fucking
snapped.
Cooked him.
That shit was fucking bad, yo. That was bad. He cooked Mike P. Like Mike P was nothing.
Bro, the whole fucking
bro. Real Deal should have never even battled. Like, check this out. Real Deal was the King of the Dot champion, right? Relinquishes his title because there's no one to fucking battle. Next King
so they're like former King of the Dot champ. It's like, no, he's still kind of
lose it to
anyone.
But then the next matchup you give him is Mike P.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No wonder why he relinquished the title.
When Mike P walked into the venue, his girl was like clinging onto his shirt.
Yeah.
And literally would not separate from him the entire
time.
Like a Klingon. They're like Siamese twins, bro.
I've heard that they're like that at like other events too.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah,
unlike Rita and Anwar. Anwar was just fucking off being a crackhead weirdo everywhere.
Yeah.
Then Rita disappeared for an hour. Like Caesar was like, oh, she was getting smashed in the parking lot.
Yo, she definitely just disappeared for like an hour. But Anwar, bro, like there's something wrong with him. He is 1,000,000% on drugs. Or
he was like 90 pounds soaking wet. Even the shirt he was wearing looked like it wasn't even like on him. It was just like a floating t-shirt.
Yeah,
these tiny
bro.
twigs for arms hanging out.
Tiny.
His fucking eyeballs were bugging out of his head. His face was like sunken in.
Yeah,
like, bro, he looked bad.
He looked so
like,
fucking bad.
This is your manager, and he was running around acting like a fucking weirdo outside.
Him and Twerk were sharing cigarettes.
Right.
Like they were sharing a pack of butts. Like, bro, Anwar, like, and I didn't see Anwar like actually watching any of the battles. No. He was just running around like a fucking crackhead, bro. Like, weirdo. And like Pablo says about the t-shirt, like, yeah, it's like, bro, it's like those old crackheads that you see that just came from the fucking the flea market or something, and fucking, you know, they got the shirt on that's like 5 times too big for them. They're looking all skinny and crazy.
Bro, that's I've seen crackheads in Boston that didn't look that crazy. That's what I'm saying. Right. Like, it was insane. But anyway, yeah, real deal fucking body, bro. Mike P had some like all right shit, but like his energy and stuff, but bro, yeah, the fucking, he's like, oh, you battled Rosenberg, you turn into the onion in your sock, you fucking turn into a drug boss. He's like, oh, you were praying on the plug. He's like, bitch, I really had to pray over when I pulled the plug on my pops. Like, oh my god, bro, it was just too much. I bet your fucking whatever's uncle owns a sandwich shop. Fucking
yeah.
I was like, do the right thing.
yeah. That was hilarious, yo. Yeah. Anwar is definitely on something, yo. Anwar is definitely on something. He
like billigrams.
Yeah, bro. It was bad, man. It's gotta be meth. Like, that's what I think.
Yeah, but something, bro.
His eyes were bugged the fuck out. But anyway. So Mike P 30. Now the next battle would have been Thesaurus versus A Ward.
Oh my god.
This was now okay. I will say this. In the building, like Thesaurus had some shit, but in the building, it felt like Thesaurus was getting cooked.
Yeah, that's a fact.
There was one round that felt like, okay, that maybe you could give that to Thesaurus, but like,
yeah, A Ward's second was like,
it was the second, yeah.
Like, it wasn't my favorite from him, but.
Ooh, Caesar said on cam, Thesaurus 2-1 can be argued. Okay, I gotta watch.
Well, see, going into the third, I said, oh, I think I think it's 1-1.
We said 1-1.
These two dudes turned around and looked at me crazy. Like, you came with him? I was like, no. I go, bro, I don't even like Thesaurus like that.
Right.
What the fuck? Like,
right.
I go, that round wasn't it for me.
Yeah. There was a couple of times we were like 1-1, like for different battles. We're like 1-1, and people looking at like Bigg K versus Tay Roc. We're like 1-1. They're like, what?
Like, people thought we were crazy. Like,
yeah, people thought we were crazy.
It's 1-1 right now. Like,
yeah, it's fucking 1-1. Same thing with Chill and Rex. We're like 1-1. People looking at us crazy. Like, bro. But
like, yeah, Rex clearly took the first. The second, I think, was a little closer. Like,
yeah. Fools was pissed. I said Saurus 1 had people resorting to personal attacks in the Discord.
Oh yeah, ad hominem, bro. That's what people do when they can't argue the point.
Right.
They just ad hominem attack you. It's like, okay, does that make this person magically win now that you called me a clown?
Right. Caesar, if you feel like Thesaurus won, that's your opinion. Like, nobody can look, bro.
I'd have to watch it back on cam.
Hold on, I hate A Ward. I can't stand A Ward, and I don't like Thesaurus as a person, but as a battler, I always like Thesaurus more than A Ward, and I always will. But A Ward cooked him in the building. But
Yeah,
I'm never gonna
building,
tell you you're wrong because you.
He definitely. I feel like A Ward definitely got the first. The second, I didn't like the angles he was taking and shit in the second, and I did like the angles Thesaurus was taking. Was that the round where he was like, this Christian shit is like, it is for profit, all that shit. And then he was like, yo, I will fucking push a bottle through your eye. Looks like you're wearing a monocle, like the aeronautical shit. If that was the second, I felt like, yeah, I edged that round to Thesaurus.
Yeah.
The third, I'd have to watch it again, but maybe it's because
I think A Ward clearly got the third too. I'm not sure. I don't know. I gotta rewatch it. I definitely gotta.
Yeah, the
Oh yeah,
was
the choke in the second round? That's the question. If the choke was in the second,
I think it was.
I think it was too.
Right. It was like.
No, it was in the first. He said.
Yeah. Okay. Then he definitely lost the first. Either way, without the choke. But
you're absolutely right. He would have lost the first either way. But
right.
Oh, the cops are back. The cops are back at the spot. I feel bad because there was another dude down there protesting with me, and he's staying there till night. There's a few people there. Good people showed up.
Maddie's a local hero. He's gonna be on the news.
Yeah, facts.
I'm putting you on the news. I'm putting you on the news.
They the county that I live in posted it. My boss in a totally different state, an hour away, messaged me and was like a picture of me holding the sign. Like, he's like, bro, good job. I'm like, thanks, man. But yeah, so
I'm trying to remember A Ward's third and the source's third. I can't remember the third round as much for some reason.
But I do remember walking out of there thinking A Ward 1-2-1 pretty clear.
Yeah.
Like pretty clear.
In the building, yeah, it was pretty clear for A Ward.
Yeah.
But I'd have to see it on camera though.
Yeah, me too. Definitely gotta watch these all back on camera for sure. So the next battle. Hold on. Yeah, I'm still here. Can you not hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, Hazy asked if I was still here.
What?
Yeah, Hazy said social. You still there, brother? Soares had one rebuttal that was better than all of A Ward's put together. I've always said A Ward is not a good, like, his rebuttal game.
You are quieter now though for some reason. I don't know what you're doing.
Are we good now?
Yeah, you're a little loud.
A little loud?
Yeah. To me.
But yeah, no, I never liked A Ward's rebuttals. Like, he has one here and there that's okay, but overall, like, I don't think he's that good of a rebuttaler. And honestly, when he says my rebuttal game crazy, like, I hate that.
Yeah.
Just rebuttal. Just do a fucking rebuttal.
I know. It's a thing to buy time. My rebuttal game. It's like, shut the fuck up, bro.
Yeah,
I can't stand that shit.
Yeah.
What was it?
4 for 4 versus Smorgasbord.
What was it? Sharon 40 bars next.
40 bars next. Bro. 40's first was dope.
Yo, 40 is looking fucking
40
fun.
was
even though she was just like in a t-shirt and like short jean shorts. Like,
I'm glad that's what she was
wearing. Like that better than like the bodysuits.
Yes.
I think we talked about that. Like,
yeah, we did talk about it.
She was looking
fine. Looked good enough to eat.
But I knew I said this going into the battle. I said she's got another battle booked, and
40 can get it.
I knew she was gonna choke. Like that bad. I did not foresee it being that bad. She choked the whole fucking round. She spit 4 bars and then choked for a minute straight. And the crowd was like, you got it, sis. Come on.
We were very patient.
Very
with 40.
Patient.
Very.
But also, so Sharon like had like food in his mustache. And bro, no one was telling him literally social before they even started. He was like, yo, bro. He's like, right here. You got to. And like,
he saw me.
Right. And literally everyone just, like, again, like Abo, which wanted to act like we were just being assholes and being loud. We're literally one point, like they were doing mic checks, and it was like 40's mic was not loud enough in the building, so like turn it up, and I was like, all right, it's gonna be fine. We're good. Like, bro, what the fuck?
Like, first of all, bro, 40 doesn't rap loud, so if her mic is not loud enough, we need it up.
Right. And you're getting mad that we're like, turn it up.
If the Saurus's mic's low, not a big deal because he's got a loud voice like me. It will carry. But 40, she doesn't.
Right. It's crazy. But literally, we're trying to. I'm saying, turn her mic up. And Sharon, you have fucking food in your mustache.
Yeah, yeah.
And literally, fucking Avo, other people like getting mad at us that we're trying to convey to the battlers, hey, you're gonna fuck the footage up. He's got food in his fucking mustache, and her mic isn't loud enough. And they're looking at us like we're assholes. Like, what the fuck?
Sharon, the autistic millionaire, has food in his mustache, and I'm trying to tell him.
No one sounded even organic. I was sitting there filming him and not telling him, like, all 3 rounds. And then when like the camera would sway back to 40, we try to be like, bro, you're fucking, you have like a crumb in your fucking mustache.
He saw me a couple times looking at him like, yo, and I'm like brushing my mustache.
And the whole time, even like when she was choking, like, there's a part in the second, I was like, turn her mic up. Turn him up, like, and he's just in there getting mad instead of fixing it. Like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? I know how to run things, so don't tell me. Like,
yeah,
well, it's not right, bro. It's not right. So fucking fix it.
MME, Jesus. How significant were those Boston bars in the first? Well, I'll say
not very.
Here's what I'll say is Sharon does that every time he goes to a different place. Like, I've seen Sharon battle.
I thought he meant 40 bars.
Boston bars. Oh. Well, Sharon definitely had some Boston bars too. Right. But Sharon does that in every battle. So I'll answer for both, just depending on who you were asking about. Right. But as far as Sharon, he does that in every battle. He did it in all his other massacre battles. He does it every time he's in a different spot, regardless. For me, like, it definitely doesn't hit for me like when I'm not from that place, because I'm obviously not gonna get
if
it.
They're
but
not
even
from there. But
or if they're not from there,
it's a little different than like pandering because you're from there.
Yeah,
so you're right. You know what I mean?
Okay, so you meant 40 bars.
Yeah, I meant 40 bars. Right.
So not very significant. I mean, they're like, yeah, it's like her saying it, it's like, yeah, like, let's go. But like at the same time, I felt like she was wasting material.
I feel like she didn't have enough Britons because she had another battle coming up.
Yeah. And I don't remember the specific bars that she said. But I do remember her, referencing Boston a few times. And like I said, it was nothing super significant, like, just some shit for the home crowd to indulge in. Right. Shit. But yeah, like, to me, even when I'm from this, like, I don't like to hear that shit. You know how many times I heard like, oh, bullet like Tom Brady or this or that? Like,
oh my
I'm so tired of it, bro. Stop coming to Boston and spitting Tom Brady bars and this and that. Like when Calico said the Pat bar.
How many mass murders we gotta hear about? Like,
right. But when Calico said, this is for Pats fans, not Pats fans, like that was cool because it was Pat's Day and the Patriots. Like, it made sense. There was a little more to it than just catering to the Boston crowd and pandering to the Boston crowd. So yeah, like, if you do it right, I can fuck with it, but nah. Tom Brady bars, man. Everyone does it,
bro. Mass Sharon booked her though. Like when he had the
he bodied
yeah, the whole like I forget how he worded it, something about choking, like you know what I mean, like a bit because you choking or something. Then he said, "Oh, you make a great wife because you don't know how to project."
Yeah,
like, oh my fucking god, bro. He was talking to her. Like,
yeah, bro, he was talking to her. So honestly, that was that's the best Sharon I've seen in a while. And not that he's been bad, because he hasn't, but that was that Sharon. It's like I don't know, man. There's not a lot of people that can beat that Sharon.
Right. And yeah, even if she was clean, she was still gonna get bodied. But there was a part where even the crowd reacted, and he didn't stop. He just kept he was like in AMG mode, like, and yeah, he had that line too, the Boston Strangler doppelganger. But he said something about like, you know, being with her like as a man, like, you know, wifing her up something because she's known for choking or something. I forget. But
yeah,
bro, he was fucking cooked. But then, so the second round comes. She spits 4 bars, and it was the whole like, oh, you asked him who's
not
gonna
40,
win?
Not 40 bars, 4
bars. And she goes, oh, asked him who was gonna win. And he said, K 3 times. And then she fucking ran it back 3 times and
that was
said the line
bar.
3 times and choked for a minute straight. And then Sharon comes right in with the fucking said, oh, K 3 times, but you just fucking took 3 L's or something. Like, oh my god, like, bro, it was fucking over.
Sharon's rebuttal game is crazy.
Right, Pastor Lisa, she's Pastor Brian, right? And they was talking about her, like, who wants her to like officiate a marriage type shit.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yo, Sharon went. I knew that was gonna happen though. Yo, I knew,
we called.
Yeah, we definitely called it, but honestly, I didn't know it was gonna be that bad. Yo,
bad.
That was fucking bad. So yeah, but Sharon, I'll say this, that like every time I've seen Sharon live, I think I've seen him twice. I think he's been at 2 massacres, against Averb and then this one. Oh no, and also against Rum Nitty. But I don't even remember what I was gonna say now. But
Sharon.
Yeah, Sharon live, man. Like it's fucking. He's one of them ones. He has that energy when you're watching him live. He's one of them ones. He really is. I know it might not feel that way, like watching on camera, but in the building, he really is one of them ones, bro. He gets the crowd going.
Right, and he was saying, oh, her name's 40 bars because that's all you gotta give her for her to let you smash. Oh my god, bro. Like, talking about Chilla bragging or sleeping with Chilla for rhymes is like, you were like,
yep.
Oh my god, bro.
Yep. And I think she like kind of admitted it, like, in a way.
Yeah, no, she did. Didn't she talk about banging Loaded Lux and shit?
Yeah.
And Daylight, I think, too.
She just said man had a whole chicken drumstick stuff.
Right, bro. Right. Like, what the fuck? Someone just like at least tell him.
Right. We're trying to tell him, but you don't want us to.
Right. Like, it's like him walking around with a fucking kick me sign on his back. Like, what the fuck, bro? Someone tell the dude.
Seriously, someone tell him. DME, they did your boy dirty.
We tried to help. They were getting mad. They were getting ready to kick us out because we were trying to tell him he had food in his fucking mustache before we started filming. It was crazy.
It is crazy.
How are you gonna get mad at us?
Yeah, how are you gonna get mad at us?
It's crazy. We fucking saved this event. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I mean a little bit.
We tried, but you know. Oh fuck! But that was a body, bro. That was body. It was bad.
That was bad. So we can move past twerking past because that went to day 2. So Chilla and T-Rex.
Oh my god.
Fire fucking battle. Fire fucking battle. That battle, when that got announced, I was like, are you fucking serious? Right. I do not want to watch
paper, this battle. I slept on that battle a lot.
Yeah, me too. I did not. I had zero interest in this battle.
But that's another one. When they first started, I was like, yo, turn Chilla's mic up. I feel like that's why he wasn't getting as much reaction in the building. His mic wasn't as loud, and he doesn't project very much. Like, You know what I mean? It was the
Nah,
mic was like a little too low.
Yeah, it was.
No, that was after.
It did happen before. They did it before.
Oh
but
yeah,
I'm
okay.
reading by the fly. I'm going by the fly.
Okay, yeah. I
But
mean, we
yeah.
can talk about that first, but we're already on this one. So
Yeah, we're on this one. So yeah, man.
Whoa, what are you doing with the mic?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it good now?
Yeah, it's like all jumbly and shit.
Oh, I must be putting my finger over the.
And I can hear myself back on.
Like right now?
I did. Now it's not there. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I was probably covering the mic.
Yeah, Hazy did call that, but I felt like Chilla's mic was not loud enough, and that's why he wasn't getting as much reaction in the building. But he did have a good first round. I think he went first, right?
Yeah, I had him with the first and third, and well, there wasn't that debatable round.
I don't know if I could give Chilla the first round.
I don't know, man, or maybe I'm wrong and it was the second. But I remember
T-Rex fucking snapped in the first, bro. If that's the one I'm talking about, he's like, I got them where I want them. Was that the first round? Like, because I feel like whatever the first was, he came out.
I don't remember, but I remember saying it was 1-1 going into the third.
Right. I think the first was the one he came out the gate crazy because we were looking at each other like I was expecting his breath control to be like off and crazy and shit. And
nah, you're right.
We were right up front, bro. We were like fucking 10 feet away from T-Rex performance.
His breath control was insane.
Was on point. Like we said before, he couldn't even like do an interview without being out of breath. But he was like on fucking point in this battle, and it's crazy because he actually looked like he put on some weight, but was like sounded healthier.
Yeah,
that makes sense, you know.
Yep.
But bro, in the building, like his fucking energy was electric. And the whole crowd was like, oh my, but you gotta think too, like this is the Rex that we've been wanting to see for fucking 10 years.
Right.
And everyone was like, well, as long as he's as good as the Chud, as long as he's as good as the Bigg K.
The Bigg K, yeah. Like,
but he was better than that. Because like I said, his breath control, his delivery was on point. It wasn't like out of breath. Or I think was that A-Ward said that to the source, like, oh, you fucking out of breath when you get to the last bar and shit.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah. Oh, no, real, was that Chilla? Was that?
No, it was A-Ward, I think.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that's kind of what it was. But yeah, I mean, lyrically, Chilla was definitely had better layers and shit. But I don't know. I'd have to watch it on cam because in the building, like I said, his mic we were like fucking 8 feet away, and it was like I had to like listen to hear what he was saying.
MME said he's got Chilla 30.
30. Well, I think it was Chilla's second where he's like, yo, I miss me with the indirects because the bullets they go indirects and cars swerve to get into wrecks. Like fucking that shit was fire.
That was fucking crazy.
He had a few of those like tricky, like slick wordplay that I felt like the crowd was kind of sleeping on a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
But again, because with Chilla, sometimes you don't know where to react with Chilla because you know he's going to do that. Like he doesn't just do the indirect. So if it goes into Rex, then like you don't want to like cut him off while he's doing it. Sometimes he does it pretty long, so you don't know like when to react. As opposed to Rex, he's like leaves room for reaction. He knows. He's like it goes for the hat slam. He knows when the crowd's. He's like letting you know I'm gonna give you time to react to this now. And I felt like in the building, that's what was making the momentum and the energy like shift more towards him. You know what I mean? But while Chilla's rapping, you're like listening. You're listening for the wordplay and shit, you know.
And Pablo and I, both of us, after we had it 1-1 going into the third, and then at the end of the battle, we were both like, "Yo, this could go either way. Like, this really could go either way." And then
the people we were next to were like,
around, and someone else behind. Rex were like, "What? Are you kidding me? Fucking blah." Like, dude, are you all right, man?
Right. People get mad at us because we wouldn't just say 30.
Right.
It was a couple times for like 4 different battles that we were like 2-1 either way kind of, and people like fucking owl turn their head all around like what? You must be crazy. Like, I'm crazy because I didn't say your man got a 30. Like, fuck out of here, bro. I felt the same way about Bigg K and Tay Roc. Anyone I've seen, it's all people saying Bigg K 30 or Tay Roc 30. And
it wasn't a 3-0.
Respectfully, I don't think either one of them got a 3-0. So
no.
I think like the bias is just showing.
But if anyone did, it was Bigg K.
Yeah, I don't see how you could say Tay Roc 30, but
not even close. Not even close.
But we'll get to that.
We will get to that. So yeah, so like I said, you know, we both kind of walked away like that could be 2-1 either way.
Yeah, it's a fact.
I leaned towards Chilla.
Yes, he said that leaving the building, and I was like, yeah. I go, I don't know, man. I go, I think I might have to edge Rex on that, but I said I'd have to watch it back on and because the dude, it's funny. There was this dude next to us. He was a Chilla fan, and his homie was like a diehard Rex fan.
Yes.
So at every moment, he would turn around. He was like, 2-0, it's 2-0. And the other dude was like shaking his head. He's like, nah, it's not intricate enough. Nah, Chilla's getting this. Chilla. And there was one part where literally Rex went to say a line, and Chilla like predicted the end of the bar. And then the dude, he turned to us and goes, nah. He goes, that didn't hit. He predicted it. And me and Sosa looked at him like, what?
The guy literally said those words. He goes, nope, that didn't hit. He predicted it. Twerk predicted it. That was during Twerk versus Pass.
No. That was day one. Chilla versus Rex. Right. He turned to us and said, no, that didn't hit. Chilla predicted it.
That's what it was.
Yeah. Like, what
the fuck?
Him and his homie, one was riding Chilla's dick and the other one was riding Rex's dick. And it was just crazy to see because they were fucking like 1 feet to the right of us. And they were just like, it was crazy because he was turning around and like, 2-0 clear, Rex. Absolutely no fucking way in hell Chilla won. And this other dude was just like shaking his head. He's like, nah, Chilla got that. Chilla definitely got that round. And nah, that's not good. On camera, it's going to look different. Like, it was the cope. The cope was crazy from both of them.
It was. It really was.
Like, bro, Jesus.
Like, me and Pablo are sitting there being real as fuck. And if we disagree with each other, we disagree. We're not going to be like, nah, like, bro, if you think this person won, cool. But, like, we're sitting there literally being as fair as possible with this shit.
1-1. Like, bro.
We're the only ones in the whole fucking building trying to keep shit fair. Reacting to both sides.
That's a fact, bro. Like literally it's like people made up their mind before the battle started who they were going to cheer for. And me and Social weren't. We were waiting to hear dope lines. And when we did, even some like mediocre ones, just by the performance and the energy and shit, we felt like they like deserved a little bit. We were cheering for everyone.
Yeah.
Every single battler we cheered for at different parts. And people were getting mad at us for cheering for everyone and not just picking sides beforehand.
Isn't that fucking crazy?
It's great. That's what I said. It's like never at one time was it like so great to be a battle rap fan and so fucking discouraging to be a battle. Like, and to see these battles up close, that like fucking 5 feet away, the energy, the electric, like. But to be in a room full of weirdos all staring at you like you're crazy because you're not dick riding people and hearing the stuff they're saying, I'm like, bro, I was like disgusted. I was like, ugh, like this is fucking.
It was, bro. It's disgusting. Honestly, like me and Pablo talked about this too. Like, if we didn't talk about battle rap on this show and like have like battle rap as one of our main topics for like this channel and stuff, we wouldn't even have went to this event. Like, it was a dope event. We wanted to go, but like at the same time, it's like to be looked at weird because you're being genuine and you're being real with your reactions
and unbiased.
It's like, bro, I'd rather just stay home and watch it for real. Like,
literally.
like it's sickening. Like we had a lot of fun. The battle, there were a lot of great performances, but
Right.
the crowd, the staff, just the battlers, like when they weren't battling, like just everything besides the actual battles was either weird or sucked, or like there was just something off about everything
Right. That's what I'm
except the
saying,
battle.
because fucking the 9 battlers step over the barricade and are behind someone. Now they're all blocking us, like whatever. Now I'm like trying to look over fucking Twerk's shoulder to actually see the battle. And then when I react to a dope line on the other side, like Clone and shit would turn around and look at me like,
yeah.
Literally,
I got a lot of clone.
He gave me a and
Yeah.
like shook his head. I'm like, fuck you, bro. You're standing in my way, and now you're gonna me because I reacted to the other side. Like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, clone tried to shush me. He said shh to me. I was like, what?
But then these same motherfuckers are talking to each other like loud when the other person's rapping. They're just talking about, and it's like not even
right
relevant.
Next to the camera.
We're not relevant to the battle at all. They're like turning to each other like, yo, did you see that? Yo, do you know where my fucking hat is? Or my
what'd you have for breakfast?
Literally, like the dumbest shit. I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up. You're gonna shush me for reacting, but now you're gonna start a conversation about nonsense in front of me. Like, bro.
That's like somebody going live while someone else is live and then complaining about people going live when they're live.
That's crazy.
I had to say it. I had to.
But this one dude walked up to me and was like talking to the kid, like these 2 kids right next to us. And he's like, yo, it's crazy that this is like a hip hop venue. And it's like, and everybody's fits is whack. And then he looks right at me and goes, yo, my man, you want to cop a hat? And I'm like, I'm wearing a hat. And I'm like, did you just say like my outfit sucks and I need to buy a bucket hat from you? Like,
yeah.
Like, what? I was like, nah, I'm good, bro.
That was Ciroc, fucking that dude Ciroc you heard, like whatever, like dude, that is the worst. Ciroc you heard, that's the worst name in fucking battle rap, I think. But yeah, he's part of Team Homie. He literally was telling me and Pablo like and then when we were both like, nah, we're good, he's like I go, I don't even wear hats. He's like, yeah, man. He goes, I didn't either. Now, mind you, I've seen this guy wear hats for years. He's like, yeah, I didn't either. But then I started wearing bucket hats, and man, bucket hats are really popular right now. Like, bro, do I look like someone who gives a fuck what's popular? I wear what I wear. I've been dressing like a fucking East LA.
I thought he said bucket hats are hard to pull off or something. But then he was saying for me to buy one. I'm like, bro.
Yeah. And he had a bag with like 90 hats in there.
I don't know, it was 90.
There was a lot. It was like a laundry bag of hats, bro. For real.
A laundry bag of bucket hats. That's fucking wild.
It really did it not look like a laundry bag?
No, I mean, yeah.
And it was pretty big, no?
Yeah, it was pretty big. It wasn't 90. I'd say it's maybe like 40.
Maybe like 40 though? Yeah, that's a lot. Okay. And he probably didn't sell any.
I didn't see him sell one.
Nah, and what did it say on it again?
I don't know, hood pass or something.
Yes, it said hood pass. So you're trying to sell the white boys the hood pass.
Right. I'm like, I'm good, bro. I'm good.
Fuck out of here.
Respectfully.
Yeah.
Oh shit. But yeah, so Chilla Rex in the bit. See, there's another thing. People watching on cam and they're like, you had it this way. It's like, bro, you gotta understand, in the building, it's a completely different fucking vibe and energy. Like
it's very different.
Like I can say I understand why people go, like, because sometimes on cam you're watching and you're like, people reacted to that. But in the building, like Twerk's energy was crazy. So I there was times where I would look at social, I was like, really? They're reacting to that. But other times I'm like, he even got me.
Yeah.
But they're like, the Indian giver. Like I reacted to that, just the fucking
But honestly, some of the we were Pablo and I were giving like there were a lot of bars we looked at each other like, really? But then there were bars that were like not great, but they weren't bad either. But we were reacting just because the crowd wasn't. So we were trying to get the crowd more into it. So we're having to react
We're
to
not like
mediocre
hyping the
bars.
battlers, but at the same time, if a battler goes too long rapping and gets nothing, it starts to like
discourage them.
Right. It takes away their confidence, and you can see it, and you could definitely see it in Frack. I think maybe it was like second round. So like we were trying to not only give the battlers a little without being too crazy, without being like, oh my god. So now you're all over the audio and shit. Just a little bit of like, like, so like gives them something to feed off, and it gives the crowd more energy, so they know, yeah, maybe I should react on the next one. And they would, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like, I felt like we actually like made the battles better. Because
we did the
if
event
we
justice.
weren't there, then like even some of the dope lines like wouldn't have got the reaction it did if we weren't there. That's a fact.
Just when you watch Rex and Chilla, peep the part where Rex is talking about like, you know, growing up with someone from the sandbox or whatever, and then you hear someone talk that loyalty shit. Now the crowd was dead silent for like a solid 3 to 5 seconds. So I was like, talk that loyalty shit, and then the whole crowd goes crazy. Like, I'm like, bro, y'all shouldn't be going crazy for what I just said.
Yeah, go crazy for what he
just said. And I'll tell you what, that was my favorite part of Rex's all of his 3 rounds. I love that.
That was
part.
Fire.
That shit was fire, and no one said shit.
Right. But they went crazy for if I make a wish at 11:11, it's for 12:12. Like, really? And I heard someone outside go, that's a cheat code. All Rex has to do is say 12:12s, and they're gonna go crazy. Like, what? That's fucking retarded. All he has to do is say 12:12. Like, come on, bro. It's true, but it's like it shouldn't be like that.
Yeah, man. MME, it's interesting that you feel that way. We'll get to that battle. But it's interesting you feel that way because we'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah, Rex Chilla 2-1 either way. I got to see it back on cam.
Definitely got to see it back. Marvin Geechee, I can easily, comfortably say that Marv's first. I really liked Marv's first. Geechee was trash all 3 rounds. Marv choked in his second. Marv's third wasn't great, but Marv 2-1 clear. I mean,
no. Marv the third. I thought Marv cooked in the third. No, isn't that the round he really turned up?
Oh no, maybe I'm bugging. Maybe I'm thinking of the first that was like all.
I think his first
way, Marv had 2 rounds that were significantly better than Geechee's, and then
when Geechee pulled out the fucking ski mask and shit, I thought, okay, this is the round he was talking about that he had that was gonna go crazy, and that shit was ass, bro. It felt so flat. He had nothing. He wrote that shit on the way to the fucking venue. Clearly.
It was so fucking bad, dude. Watching Geechee, like,
and you might even hear me a couple times go, I was like, like, real. I was like, that's it. I even said that. I think when Geechee ended his first round, you might even hear me go, that's it. That's it. I went 1-0 Marv.
And also MME, you know, Geechee's second round, you know, it was probably his best round, but if Marv didn't choke, that would have been a 30.
Yeah.
That would have been a 30. But I
just can't stand these fucking people. They get booked, they get paid a shitload of money, they come out. And honestly, I saw Geechee getting interviewed outside after, and the fucking shit he was saying was pissing me the fuck off. He's talking about, you know, as battlers, you know, it's our job. We gotta come here and, you know, even if we may not feel like it at the time, you know, you gotta put on. And shout out to the crowd for, you know, he's like giving himself excuses for why he was trash and didn't write anything, and how he should still get a pat on the back because he showed up and still fought through it and had to make shit up on the spot. And like, it's like, you know, shout out to the crowd for Rock. Like, dude, go fuck yourself. Like, I was disgusted.
I didn't care for Geechee
because
like,
Geechee, it's not like he had 1 or even 2. Like in the face-off, he was saying he had 2 rounds. Okay, maybe if you had to like freestyle some of it another, even that's unacceptable with how much you're getting paid. But he had no rounds, none.
Right. Yeah,
no round. Even people are like, oh, the second was pretty good. Go watch that round back and tell me you actually think he prepped his hardest for this battle.
Right.
Even that round was
and it only looked remotely good because Marv choked.
Right.
In the second. Haji said Marv's first was good, third was lackluster. But compared to,
but I know there was definitely
a
section in the third where he was cooking. Maybe it was at the end of the third, but there was definitely a part of Marv's third where he was fucking cooking.
And I will say this too, in the building, like maybe on cam, like his first and third didn't sound that great, but in the building, because Geechee was so bad, that Marv's first and third sounded amazing.
Yeah, in
because
comparison,
of what he was up against.
That's a fact.
Now I do,
but I was disappointed in both of them for real.
Yeah, me too.
Like, what the fuck, bro?
Like, when we get past this battle, I do want to talk about Pass and Twerk since it was supposed to be on day one anyway, and there's two people in here who think
that are bugging, that are on crack.
Yeah, so
two people are clearly on drugs.
Yeah. So we can say 2-1 Marv clear.
Yeah, it was definitely. It wasn't even close. And what's crazy is I saw, I think TMR put up a post that day. It was like, oh, who won, Marv or Geechee? And I had to click on it to see. I'm like, please, don't even fucking tell me someone voted for Geechee. Of course, it was like 80-20. And I go, oh, people voting without even watching. Clearly, you did not watch this battle. You just assumed if Geechee showed up, there's no way I'm going to say he won, even though I didn't watch it.
Yep, that's exactly
you are exactly what's wrong with fucking battle rap right now. Yep. Dick riding weirdos. There's no fucking way in planet Earth you could say Geechee won this battle.
No, there's no fucking way.
No. It was Marv 80%, but still 20. I don't know how 20% dick riders that didn't watch the battle.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's not like I dislike Geechee. I was hoping I fucking paid money to go there and watch the battle. Obviously, I was hoping he brought some shit, but he didn't. He didn't.
Right.
So that's
even I thought, I'm like I knew Geechee wasn't gonna take it serious because like he doesn't really look at Marv like a legend like that. He says he does, but he fucking doesn't. And he proved it, you know. But I think that Geechee's got to sit down.
Yeah, facts.
I think Geechee's got to sit down. It's time.
40 Geechee, Clips definitely.
Clips got to retire. He's done. Go, just
King
go.
of the Dot. Like, don't ever. And like that's what I was saying. It's like as much as I want to fucking sit there and go, boo, that was ass. Like I felt like letting them eat dick on stage and just fucking get nothing for reaction. And just silently disappointingly shake my head at him and go, trash. That was ass. I was like, you wrote that last night. After him, like that was way more satisfying to me than getting kicked out by booing him, you know?
Yeah. All right, let's get to this.
Yeah, okay, we can get to that.
All right. So now
stuff that happened in the building, I feel like that people aren't privy to, so they're just thinking Pass seemed uncomfortable.
Yes.
It's really, we can get to it.
We can get to it. So now, first thing I'm going to say off rip is in the building, I had Pass winning the battle.
Are we going right to that battle? Yeah.
No, I'm just saying that off rip.
I had a 2-1 either way, but
Yeah. So I had Pass 2-1.
But it was weird because when they were like miking each other up and shit, Pass, they were like waiting for Twerk to get to the stage. Then when he did get there, he brought a whole fucking parade of people with him to stand behind him. And Pass, I guess Frack was like, oh, if no one's gonna stand here, I'll stand here. And then when they were doing the mic test and shit, I was like, yo, turn Pass's mic up. And I was like, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be fine. Like a faggot. And then the people on the balcony would not shut the fuck up
at all.
The whole time we're talking during Passes round.
And those are the battlers. Those are the battlers and the VIP
like
people.
Other people, there was like some drunk girl that like kept bumping into shit, dropping a drink. She knocked the chair over. So half of the crowd that's not on camera is all distracted. We're all turned around looking at what the fuck the noise is behind us. So we can't even focus or react to Pass's first round because we're all like, yo, what the fuck is going on behind us right now? So I feel like if he seemed flustered or uncomfortable, it's because there was a bunch of noise while he was rapping and no one was looking at the battle. We were all looking at what the fuck the noise was behind us. And it was for a good like 30 seconds. Yeah. The first 30 seconds of his round. And then even when we were like, yo, shut the fuck up, shut up. And we like everyone tuned back into the battle. We were like lost as to where he was leading up to that. So now it took another like 10, 20 seconds for us to actually get like into what he was saying. So he was like almost like a minute into his first before anyone in the crowd was like actually even listening. Yeah. So I feel like if anything, I'm like maybe on cam that's gonna come across different, but in the building, like it was a vast difference between that and then when Twerk, before he even started, everyone like shut the fuck up and was like, oh, we're here to listen to Twerk now. Like it was crazy. The disrespect was crazy.
The disrespect was insane for a pass. Like it was bad, bro. Like it was sad to see. I gotta be real.
Right.
Be real. To treat a legend like Pass this way and for them to not like nobody seemed to give a fuck.
Yeah,
like,
so MME was right. He had to stop and go, are we good? Are we good? And me and Social were like, yeah. Like we were the ones that said that because everyone else was not focused. And until he did that, he had to say, are we good? Are we good? And me and Social had to go, yeah. And then he was like, all right. Went back into his round. Then people started paying attention. Yeah, it was crazy. Like, but I know I was listening, so I know he was rapping, but it's at the same time when dumb fuckheads behind you are doing dumb shit. There was a drunk dude who like passed out and shit too. Yep. And then they're like, yo, get him a water, get him a water. So like leaned over to grab a water for the dude. And he had a water like tucked in his armpit with the cap off. So then when he leaned over to grab a water for that dude, like some of his water spilled out. So now there's like water spilled on the floor and people are running around going, how do we need something to clean it up? A towel? Do we got a napkin? All this is happening during a fucking battle.
During the battle.
So no one's actually listening and paying attention to the bar. We're all like, oh, there's a spill. A dude passed out water. Now there's water on the floor.
And the only reason I was even the one to reach for the water was because no one else was going for a water and there was no one else around that gave a fuck. So I was right next to the water. So I was like, okay, I'll grab
the homie that was humping the plant? Nah. We're going to get to that.
Yo.
Right. Well, that was day one. So should we get it? Well, let's do the battles first. Somebody can tell that story.
Well, we can tell it now. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. All right. So we're leaving the venue day one. Yeah. Fuck it. Let's just get into it. We're leaving the venue. We have the footage. So I don't know if we can roll it or.
If you want to roll it.
Hold on. I can find it. Hold on. Let me pull it up. It's on your.
Yeah. Because without context.
Right. It sounds crazy. Right.
This dude literally thought. Let me just say this before you play the footage. I'll just say that the dude thought his penis was inside of a woman and he was having sex with it. Facts.
That is a fact. Okay.
But he was really passed out in a bush.
Oh my God. All right. I think I have it right at the spot too. Hold on.
Oh,
because I was just watching it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that shit was
we walked up wild. Like, what the fuck, yo?
You're planted in a plant. And so you said the first thing you said to him. Oh my God.
Yeah.
All right. Oh fuck. How do I minimize stream there? Okay, let me share it. This was fucking wild, bro.
Okay. I mean, it did seem like a setup. It did seem like a setup.
Oh, absolutely.
Because Twerk showed up day one, but didn't want to battle.
And then he said in the battle, "What the fuck you trying to make me battle on day one? Like he was gonna fuck up the mission." He's like, I want to battle on the same day as Tay Roc, so we could suck each other's dicks. He literally said that in the battle. I was like, word.
He definitely said that. We got to be able to share a hotel room and sleep in the same bed with no socks.
I got to be able to stand behind him and overhype them. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, hold on, I have it pulled up if you want to.
Word. Oh my God, I got you.
The shadows. Okay, ready?
Yep.
Look at this dude.
Now he thinks he's having sex, okay? This dude literally, now he's passed out, but he thinks he's having sex. You'll figure that out when he wakes up. Yo, he was breathing because I could hear him breathing. I could see his like chest moving up and down, so he was definitely breathing. But this dude thought he was humping a woman.
Bro, this is the definition of a face plant.
Yo,
look.
I think I said, dude, your face planted into a plant.
You did, and it's crazy because look, he's in all black, right? So like we walked by, I didn't even fucking notice him at first until my homie pointed it out. He's like, "Yo, look at this dude," and he like fucking took a picture. It's funny. The whole battle rap event, the only thing he posted on his Instagram at all was this picture of this dude's face. Well, yeah, watch. This is crazy. So, you know, we're trying to be good Samaritans. Like, yo, bro, are you good? Like, what's up?
Yo. Homie. He's moving. He's snoring. He's fucking. Yo, bro. Your face is in a plant.
Your face is in a plant.
Your face.
What the fuck? I said, "Bri, you good? Your face is in a plant."
Plant.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Buddy. You good?
Maybe we should just leave him.
I know, but it's
because he's better off sleeping than roaming.
I said face first, like, you know.
And I said he's better off sleeping than walking right now.
I know, but I'm like, if his face is like in mulch, like his nose and mouth, I don't want him to like fucking suffocate either.
I know.
I was like, maybe if his head was tilted a little bit.
Well, what the fuck? I mean, what the fuck? I mean, I don't think he's gonna make it much further than here. He can't even hear us. Yo, you good, bro?
He said, "I'm pulling out."
He said, "I'm pulling out."
Right there, when he lifted his head up, he said, "I'm pulling out." And I said, "Pulling out? Like, you good?"
He said, "I'm pulling out."
If you listen really
it didn't even dawn on me until we were walking away from him what had just happened.
Right, right. So listen, Clay, you might be able to hear him say it.
What the fuck? I mean, I don't think he's gonna make it much further than here. He can't even hear us. Yo, you good, bro?
Right there, I'm pulling out.
Yeah, you can hear it. I'm pulling out.
No, you good?
No, you good. We just want to make sure you weren't dead and shit, bro. I get it. Don't fall in the street.
I want to leave you fucking.
Don't fall in the street and get hit by a car. Did you get roofied or something? There's no ladies. Pause it.
Yeah.
He said, "Can we protect her? Can we protect the lady?" And I said, "There's no lady."
He said, "Can we at least?" He pointed his hand like, "Can we at least protect the lady?" And we both looked like, "What?"
I said, "There's no
lady." And I
lady.
said something like, "Oh, the Mother Earth." Like,
that's what we were thinking. We're thinking, is he talking about the plant? But then the next thing he says, we realize he is not talking about the plant.
Listen to this. There's no lady here.
There's no lady here.
I thought he was with someone and they just like bailed on him. He was so fucked up. Like his whatever people he was hanging out with left him. So he's like, "Oh, like protect the lady." Like, bro, there's no lady here. I'm pulling out. This dude was on fucking acid. 100%.
I'm pulling out. It is.
There's no lady here.
Yeah, man, go. He's like, "Oh, fuck it, I'm out of here."
Yeah, he goes, bro. there's no ladies, and we just shook our head like, nah. He goes, all right. He's like, all right, I'm done.
I'm going home.
Yeah, go home, bro. Like,
Oh.
and then he's swaying.
Dude, don't fall in the street, man. As he stumbles away, zigzags away. Damn.
Now I'm feeling like I said.
And then he stops. I told you. I feel like we should have. Nah, bro, go home, man. Just go home. Bruh, just go home. Yo, he thought he was having sex. Yo, because when he finally woke up, he goes, I'm pulling out. He said that. He woke up and said, I'm pulling out. And then he said, can we at least protect the lady? I'm like, bro, there's no lady there. And he was lumped over the fucking, he thought he was banging a woman right there. What the fuck, bro? Go home.
Go home. All right. Bro.
Yo.
Oh, he's fucking sniffing topsoil.
Yo, I said, what the fuck, bro? Go home.
So that was day one. Before we even got into the venue, the whole, other shit happened. Then, like we said, all the stuff that we talked about. That was us leaving the first night.
Oh my God. I needed that laugh.
Yeah, I know, me too. So day two, we get there. They fucking start early again for some reason. Who was it? Like City Towers and Emerson Kennedy.
Yeah, they started at like 4:30.
We weren't there for that, but I watched most of it on the stream. It was all right. Like,
I didn't watch any of it.
I don't know, man. City Towers just like, he's just not it for me. I get like he did this whole like, yo, I was listening to the radio and remixing songs on how it's gonna kill you. Like, I roll up on the block with the Glock. If it's hot, let it. And it's like, yo, and then like go into a different song, and then we do like the radio station change it. And he did like he sang like 4 different songs, and then was like, nah, because the static will like I don't know, man. It was like, even though EK is like not my favorite, he was just putting shit together better, and I don't know. It was an all right battle, I guess.
I'm so glad I didn't have to sit through
that. Vanessa Carlton, yeah.
Oh, so I just got an update.
Yeah.
Now there's no one on the fucking sidewalk, including the pedophile, because there was just an ambulance and police down there. So something must have happened.
Damn,
something must have happened. Now, like I said, 2 fights almost happened today. I almost had to knock out 2 muscle dummies, but they both ended up bitching out.
That was posted up protesting didn't get attacked or some shit.
Yeah. So there was another. I feel bad that I left that guy down there. I hope he didn't get attacked. But there was a couple people.
That would be crazy.
That would be crazy. There was a couple people. So now, right before I left, I forgot to tell you this part. Right before I left, this dude drove by and he had just got a coffee at Starbucks. It was a big iced coffee. He whipped it right at the dude and hit him perfectly right in the chest, bro. Got all over.
Imagine pulling up and fighting someone for protesting a pedophile.
Like, right. Either that or someone showed up and did something to the pedophile.
Right.
So, but either way, I guarantee you that pedophile won't be there anymore. And there was a bunch of people on there saying, like talking down on me for what I was doing. Like why don't you try to like do something better with your life, or why don't you try to like go vote and change lives? Like, dude, I'm doing more than you, so why don't you fuck the fuck up?
Go vote. What the fuck is vote, bro?
I know, seriously. Like, I'm
go
trying
vote
to make
for
a change
laws.
right now.
Yeah, pedophilia is already illegal.
Right.
Like, what are you talking
I'm trying to make a change now. Like, and guess
people
what?
Are fucking crazy, bro.
Now the guy's off the corner.
Good.
So guess what? Mission accomplished. Right. And guess what? If he's there tomorrow, I will be there. And they can't tell me, even though there was an altercation, they can't tell me I can't be there. Because as long as he can be there, I can be there. And also, it's the 4th Amendment, First Amendment. I can be there.
But let's talk about these battles.
Yeah. But that update, so hopefully he's gone.
All right. Day 2. Yeah. City Towers, UK. All right. Battle's too long. Meh.
Yeah.
What was next? No, not Chud. There was a Danny Myers, Elijah Strait. Was that
Clone versus Death the Kid?
Bro, that battle was fucking meh.
I didn't see that.
Like,
I didn't see that one.
Like I like Death the Kid. He's all right. I don't know. He had a couple all right parts. A lot of it was just like when I was just listening, to me, it sounded like City Towers again. I don't know if that's just like an eye battle thing or something. Like, it sounded like if when I wasn't looking at the screen, it sounded like City Towers 2.0 when Death the Kid was rapping. I was like, really? Like, what the fuck? I had to like double check. I'm like, wait, did I rewind it back to that? Because he literally just sounded like him again. And Clone is like, let me tell y'all something. If I lift the 40, isn't this preacher tone? It's not a Christmas story. This shit is gory. It's a different story. Like, bro, shut the fuck up, bro. His fucking cadence is ass to me. Ass. And he just fucking, it's like, ugh. Like, the whole battle, I was like, throw this in rice. Garbage, waste of time. Don't even bother. Like, even when if they fucking, it was on YouTube for free, and I was still, like, mad that I was watching it. So, I'm
right.
glad we weren't in the building for that one. Complete waste of fucking time. Because by the end of the night, we were already so tired because it was 2 days that, like, and the waiting in between the other big battles, I would have been more drained and not even wanted to been there by the time K and Roc went on if we were there earlier for that shit. Like, for real. So I'm glad we missed that. And if you did miss that too, you didn't miss much. You didn't miss anything. Not a good battle. I don't care how people feel about it. Like,
right.
It just wasn't good. So, yeah, Elijah Straight versus Danny Myers. I think we walked in midway through the battle. And, yeah, I don't know.
It was midway. Yeah, it was,
it seemed like Danny was like, rah, rah, like going off a little bit, and people were reacting to him. But I got to be real, from the bars I heard, none of it was that crazy. I felt like they were definitely maybe he had already been cooking earlier. But from what I seen, like the second half, I was like, none of this is really that crazy. They're going crazy for it. And then Elijah Straight was rapping, and I was like, yo, this is fire. He was like hitting these pockets. He had good lines, and the crowd was like giving him nothing. And I know he was like a little choppy at parts, but I think that goes back to people not reacting for the bet. You know, like I could see the confidence change when he wasn't getting reaction and when he was. And I just prefer. No, I'm not even saying Elijah Straight's like super duper fire, but
he was dope.
I liked the way he was rapping in this battle, and I preferred it to if it was the third, I preferred his third to Danny's third. So I don't know how the rest of the battle played out, and people might say I'm bugging or whatever, but in the building, Danny's energy is just like, it was just like meh, and maybe it's because like I just already turned off to him anyway. Pause, but I'm already like, whatever. Danny fucking Duckington. I don't know if it was that or just that he like it's just like forced aggression is forced like I'm the fucking crazy. I'm too old. Like as opposed to someone just like naturally rapping. In you know what I mean? Like it didn't seem Elijah Straight's cadence like didn't seem forced to me, you know. And I feel like he had like better slick wordplay and shit. At least in that round, like I said, I don't know about the other rounds, but from what I seen, I was like, yeah, Danny's trash, and Elijah Straight was fire. So, but I seen other people say like, oh, Danny 30 to him. I'm like, I don't know. I didn't see the first two, but I definitely did not give Danny the third round in the building.
No, me neither.
He was getting super gassed for dog shit.
He always does. Danny always gets super gassed.
Right. It's because the way he delivers it and performs, it's like he's doing so much that you feel like, all right, I gotta give him. He's reacting. I feel like I gotta give him something. Like,
right.
I swear that's what it is. Like,
yeah.
Let me slam my hat like Rex. Like, okay, bro. I don't know. I just think Danny's trash for real. But yeah, what was the next battle? Was that the ladies?
I believe.
Chirac and it was Yoshi G and Chirac. This was a fucking
Yoshi G and Chirac.
amazing battle. And shout out to the ladies. They were both looking good.
They were both
from
looking
the
good.
Up top. But yeah, I think Yoshi went first. Did Yoshi go first? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, Yoshi went first.
Yoshi went first. First round it was pretty good. It wasn't like crazy, but we were like, okay, Yoshi. Like, I thought she was gonna like heat up a little bit, and I'm not familiar with Chirac, so I didn't know what to expect. But like four bars in, I was like, oh no, oh damn! Like I could just tell the conviction she had, her timing, her like comfortability. I was like, oh, she's gonna cook. Like I just knew, like from standing behind her, like I said, like fucking 8 feet away, you could just tell the look on her face was like, I'm not fucking playing right now. Yeah. And the more she started to go in that round, it got fucking ugly. It got ugly quick. The fucking line, I'm trying to remember what was in what round, but when she said, you should have fucking just swallowed them kids. Either way, they still ended up in the system. Like, what? Yeah,
that was
bro,
crazy.
That was filthy.
That was crazy.
Filthy.
Dude.
Talking like, oh my, she was talking dirty to her, like so bad. And also had some fire like lines in there and shit. And I think she clearly took the first round by a lot. And then the second, I think Yoshi comes out and she's like trying to get more comfortable and like get in her bag. She had some good shit where we were like, okay, Yoshi, talk that shit. Like,
yeah.
Like, yo, you're talking about you created the brotherhood, bitch. What about motherhood? Like, like she was fucking cooking Yoshi. But then Yoshi came in. She had some good shit. I did like the whole like I curved your man type shit. And even if I'm not his type, he gonna think about it. And I was like, fags. And then the chick that was in front of us, that was like, I don't know if she was like Chirac's homegirl or something. She like turned and the dudes in the crowd were reacting and shit. There's a lot of nasty motherfuckers in here. Like, stop it. Just because I said, they're gonna think about it. Like,
right.
Like, sorry, Yoshi's like, she's good looking. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like I said, I liked her better before the boob job, but still, like, it just like she had some all right shit, but it just wasn't enough, bro. Chirac was just the level of disrespect with the bars, with the conviction. It was just like 2 different levels for real. Yoshi, even I've seen her better with like wordplay and shit. Like, I feel like I've seen a better pens from Yoshi than this battle. And like the approach she took was like a lot of like trying to counter right or defense, because like, oh, she's gonna say this, so like, she's like, oh, I don't even want to like repeat it, but just like, I don't do this to get on. I don't do that. Sleep with people to get on. I do it to get off. Like, and it's like, okay, that was kind of funny. Like, but it just didn't compare to what Chirac was doing. Like, she was just fucking cooking her, honestly. And it's like, maybe you could give Yoshi like a sympathy round type shit, but I don't know. She got cooked, bro. She got fucking cooked. It was bad. It was bad.
it was.
But it was a good battle though. It's not. I'm not like Yoshi wasn't like so trash that it's she like, wasn't. All right, just stop.
Chirac
it was all right, but she was just much. On it. Yeah, she was too much for her, man.
She was too much. Chirac was, bro. She left Earth in that motherfucker. She was that was probably one of the best female performances I've ever seen. I don't know if it's because it was live or what, but it was insane.
Yeah, that battle was crazy live because the energy, like, it wasn't even just like the reactions, like the crowd. We were all turning and looking at each other, going, "Oh my god!" Like, bro, what? Like, like when someone says something crazy and you just like look at each other and like, bro, like a couple times the whole crowd would react, but then we'd all look at each other like, oh my fucking God, bro, she's talking filthy to her. Like, it got bad, bro.
It got very bad.
She's like,
and
oh, fucking all these battles, bitch, you should have battled for custody and shit. Like, like there was a couple of times where I was like, and I literally started going, why? I was like, Tay Roc, why? And you literally, I think so. Yeah, like, leave her alone.
I said, leave her alone.
And that was only like 4 bars in the second round. And someone was like, already? It's like, for real, bro. Leave her alone. Like, it was bad. She got cooked.
Leave her alone.
God. What was next? Frack
live
and
her
John?
alone.
Live her alone.
Live her alone.
Frack and John, was that next?
No, Pass and Twerk was, I think.
No, Real Sick and Clips, right?
Oh yeah, Real Sick and Clips, yes.
Right. So I think we all know what happened there. Clips is a fucking clown. He came with not one round written. He had like a couple jokes he threw together. He's like, oh, you a gym rat, and you're gonna say my dad's a rat, so that's 2 rats. But if you pull a ladder rule in you can't do that. So then I fucking. He's like, you're still gonna get killed by a dude that's never even been to Planet Fitness. And the crowd would like ate that up for some reason and kind of laughed and like he got some laughs and some like ooh ha ha. But then Sick went and then Eclipse tried to be like, yo, we were booked for 90 seconds, so don't be like going over the time or 2 minutes or whatever it was. If you're wasting time in your round to talk about the time limit in a round and say if you do like. At that point, I already know that's your prep. You didn't prep for shit. You literally threw a bar in the round to complain about round time before this dude even raps. You already know you're trying to make excuses for getting cooked. And I think Real Sick even brought that up in the part in the battle.
Yeah.
Like you're going to bitch about round times because you're getting cooked. Maybe you should actually like write some how you name Clips, but all your shit bottom of the barrel. Oh my God, dude. Like he was fucking cooking him. And Clip's stupid face when I was he was looking right at me like 8 times. I was shaking my head out and going, that was trash. That was ass. And I literally at one point I was like, you wrote that last night. And he was like, got all mad. He tried to pull yo, your homies, your crew, even though I've never met Real Sick in my life. I'm just booing you because you're trash. He tried to pull a moment, got nothing. None of his freestyles were hitting. He got cooked in every fucking round. And it's crazy because after the first, even though he was complaining about the round time, he rapped like 2:30, 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So I was like,
garbage,
what?
Of garbage.
I was like so surprised of like the same person that was just whining about it's 2 minutes, just rapped 3.5 minutes of nonsense.
Right.
And bro, Real Sick fucking cooked him, bro.
That was fucking bad, bro. Real Sick, like I always liked Real Sick from the beginning, but seeing him live was different.
Right. And I feel like his last couple, I feel like that's what I was saying about Clone not knowing who he is as a battler, still trying to like figure it out. Real Sick knows exactly who he is as a battler, and I feel like he's unlocked it. He's mastered his style, and he's just gotten better and better at it. The way he can pick an angle, he'll rap. He has like a little B magic, like, well, he hits the pockets of rapping, but he still has dope wordplay and punches on the angle. He has great like conviction along with like his momentum build is just insane sometimes. And when he's like, yo, if you're going through something, like the last place you should be is thumbing through the pages of a contract. Like, bro, what? I think that's the part where literally they point the camera behind, and I was like, fucking facts. I was like, talk to him, rap. Like, it was fucking bad, bro. He got cooked.
Yeah,
3-0. Real Sick 30'd him.
And I always say this, yo, like I don't understand how people like don't like to see it. But of course I don't want to be at an event and see all bodies, but it's nice to see a fucking like someone just get cooked, especially somebody like Clips. Like Like, not even he lost. Nobody can even argue like, oh, he lost because he was freestyling. No, he would have fucking lost anyway.
I
the
feel like
best clips couldn't have beat that.
That's an out. That's what I don't like. It's not that battler. It's not that they just bullshit and take the check and freestyle. It's because deep down they know that them at 100% still could not fuck with them. So they do dumb shit like that to act like, well, I didn't even really try that much, and that's why it's if it's debatable. Like, no, you did that on purpose because you knew you could. Even you at 100, even you at 200, Super Saiyan clips would have got fucking 30, and he knew that.
He knew it.
So he bullshitted it. And yeah, shout out to Hazy, because when he pointed, he's like, "Oh, your crew behind." I threw my hands up and like shook my head. I was like, "Bro, I'm not in 6th crew." I'm like, "I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just."
I know. I looked at Pablo like, "What?" Like,
and I'm like, "Bro, I'm not real 6 mans. I'm just a pissed off, real sick fan. Sick of your bullshit clips. Because when the shit hits the fan, like Vince McMahon, no, I'm just kidding, but no, for real, like."
Actually, speaking of which, I was standing all day next to a real sick man. Bars.
Facts. But yeah, he got cooked, and he's an idiot. He tried to reach for something. Yo, your crew over here. And it's not like we were like overhyping sick or like, you know. And I said I wasn't booing clips, but I knew that was the better approach than like sit there and boo him and verbally react. To just give him nothing and shake my head at clips like, you fucking clown. Because I could tell it was getting to him. It was getting to him. And the fact that I wasn't like loud and it wasn't like on camera, he had nothing to like flip back because like it wasn't as noticeable to anyone else. And especially on camera, it was like only to him. So he was getting affected by what I was doing. That's why he tried to do that, and it still didn't work because everyone's like, wait, what? Why are you mentioning the crew? So I feel like that was way better than just booing him. Let him eat shit up there and just shake my head at him and thumbs down and tell him, you wrote that last night. Like, oh my God. All right, then it was Frack and John was the next one.
Yep. Frack.
Bro.
Frack and John was next. I forget. John went crazy. This was not the John that we've been seeing the last.
I told you his battle versus Cal, he fucking snapped.
I know.
And I said if I didn't just see that, I would be like, yeah, Frack clear. But with seeing that, and I said, I was like, yo, Frack's like a master angler and shit. So I thought it was gonna more come down to that. But bro, this was crazy. I did not expect. John went first, right? I think he came out.
I think so.
And the first, and I, like right away, pretty much, I was like, oh, damn. Like, this was not the John I expected. And at first, I was like, oh, is it just because we're live? But it wasn't. Like, he had like a couple corny moments, like the multiple choice shit. Like, I get the crowd ate it up and stuff. But the first.
Yeah, but hold up. The setup for the multiple choice. To do the multiple choice, I actually kind of like that because he said
like I said in the building, it hit
because he said like something about you'll need a multiple choice, and then he did the right. Like it was the setup, not the actual multiple choice itself.
Right? No, I got you. But yeah, so first round he came out cooking. He had he like counter wrote for the angle that he knew Frack was gonna bring up. He did it well. I liked the angles that he took in this battle. The whole like, you ain't a Jew, you Jewish, that whole shit. Like, and it's funny because when he said you ain't a Jew, I was like, what is he?
Yeah.
Oh fuck, he was
what is he?
Literally, we're like, what is he? He's like, you Jewish. And it's like, which means to a slight extent or something. Like, bro, he was fucking. I was surprised. Like, he was cooking. And Frack was all right. I mean, he came in. I liked some of his stuff. Like, he had funny, like a funny approach and shit. And he had some good lines. But I'm trying to remember I think his first was decent. Is that the one where I don't think the rebuttal, the Nick Cannon rebuttal shit? I think that was that in the second or the first? I can't remember.
I believe it was the
second, right?
Second. I want to
right.
say the
so
second.
Frack came out in the first. He was pretty funny. You know, he's had the whole like, oh, this ain't we all know why this battle's set up. He's like the Holocaust shit, but he's like, this is a rap battle. You still gonna have to rap and shit. Like, I like that. Yo, your mic's going crazy.
I wasn't even talking.
I know, but it's like bumping all around or something.
You know why? You know what? I know what it is. Because I took my phone case off today to do the protests, and when that's off, my finger ends up going over the mic. Hold on.
It just sounds like you're tossing it around, like juggling it. But yeah, Frack was all good.
Right, we should be good now.
I feel like John clearly got that round. I like now the rounds are kind of blurring together for me a little bit, but I know John came out and cooked. Frack was pretty good in the first. John second again was fire. Frack, like he had some shit. I get what he was trying to do. I think it was the second where he does like, it's almost like what he did with Excel. He did the team homie intern, and he would like kept bringing that back, and then he would use like someone's and he did it versus thesaurus and shit too. Like he'll do like a specific angle, and then he'll like use that person's like slogans or stuff like that, like back at them. And usually he executes it in a good way. But for some reason in this battle, it just like, even when it like hit, it didn't really hit. Like, you know, when he's like, oh, I'll do this so he could talk to my grandpops for real. Like, like there was some, like I said, it was like, all right, funny parts. Yeah, like a good rebuttal and shit was like the pulling out. It's like, oh yeah, I'm like Nick Cannon because I don't know how to pull out or something. Like, I'm pulling out. Yo, social.
Yo, my bad. I was muted.
But yeah, so he had some alright shit, but I don't know. Like in the building, I think after the second, we were like, oh, 1-1. But I feel like I was just being generous and like trying to give Frack a sympathy round.
Yeah. I feel
because I genuinely in my soul, I didn't feel like Frack got either of those rounds. But
no, and we did, dude. We looked at each other and we both were like 1-1 with like a face
shrug. We shrugged like
like
1-1, and everyone around was like 2-0, 2-0. John, I was like, yeah, I guess so. Like we tried. Sorry, Frack, we tried, but we could like. You know, and
then after the battle, I said, hey, Frack, good battle. And he looked at me like crazy. He didn't just battle.
Right, because he knew he got cooked.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's not even about, like, liking one or the other. Because, to be honest, I'm iffy on both of them, to be real.
Absolutely.
It's not even about, like, oh, he's a king of the dots. We were rooting for him. Like, no. Like,
I've been a John fan since
longer.
Way back in the day.
Right. Just to me, he just fell off a little bit. But this was a fire John. And it was not the best Frack. And his angles kind of fell flat. And the second
is the only
round.
So
the second was the one where Frack was the funniest, which that I feel like that's why we were like I guess you could like edge him the sympathy round if you're like, well, that was kind of funny. But if we're being real, like John fucking he shut the building down a couple times, bro. And there was a point where, like, literally, I was grabbing social by the collar and shit. I was like, what? I was like, oh, my fucking God. Like, bro, he was cooking.
He was. He really, but, like, Adept said it perfectly, though. Like, John was cooking, but it didn't seem like John even believed the shit that he was saying.
Right. So it's like, and I saw someone, I saw someone in some chat, I forget, but they were like, "Oh, all an angle is like twisting something to make it look this way or something, like manipulating the narrative on something to make it look a different way. That's all an angle is." And I was like, I highly disagree. That's not what an angle's supposed to be, but it kind of is what it has become in battle rap. I don't agree with that. I don't think, like, I get what they're trying to say. Like Ilmac says, oh, it's controlling the narrative. But you could take a situation and, like, you know, put the narrative you put on it. I get, but just the way the person worded it seemed like, oh, you could just take anything and like spin it and manipulate it to make someone. I'm like, well, that's not what it's supposed to be. An angle is supposed to be like something real that you're attacking them on for that. You shouldn't you shouldn't have to spin it because the angle itself is like, well, this is what's wrong with you, or this is what's wrong with what you did. You could like find a creative way to put it together, but the angle itself shouldn't have to be spun or manipulated, because the whole point of the angle is like, yo, this, you know what pisses me off about you? This. Yes. So if you're genuinely pissed off, or like, yo, what you did here was fucked up, you don't have to twist it or manipulate it. And I feel like that's the problem with angles in battle rap today in general, is that people go, well, I could take this situation and flip it and try to make him look like. That's gay to me. That's corny. That's just as bad as a fake angle, in my opinion. But I get what you're saying. Don John is like, it's like it was hitting and he was winning, but at the same time, it's almost like, man, you don't even believe what you're saying. You're just using it to win the battle type shit. So then that comes into question of like, well, do we bring that into question now? Like the fact you don't even believe it and you're just saying it to win? Does the authenticity, the lack of authenticity, make it like not as good of a round? Like, I don't know. That's definitely a point you could bring up, but I don't know. Frack's a fucking weirdo too, so it doesn't really matter. I feel like he got cooked. So
yeah, and I feel like honestly, and I felt this way too before the battle. I feel like a lot of people thought it was going to be the exact opposite of what it was. And
because everyone, like I even said, I'm like, well, Frack's a master angler and John just can't compete with that with just bars. But he took a better approach, and Frack was like, oh, I'm just going to show that I could do this. I'm not going to, I don't know. He did something out of the norm and it just didn't work. And John switched it up and it did work, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But what was the next battle? That's pass and twerk, right? Yeah. Okay. So now we can get into pass and twerk.
Didn't we already though?
A little bit. We talked about it a little bit, but we didn't go round by round about like what happened. We just talked about. So yeah, passes first. He's getting mic'd up. It's not loud enough. Balcony's talking. Shit's going on during his first. It's like bottles clanking, people falling over, fucking chairs. But so no one's actually like paying attention for the first minute. So it did look a little like I could see the look on his face of like, yo, like, bruh, like, are you like, why am I rapping right now? If the whole crowd's not paying attention, like you're not listening, like what's going on? Like, are we good? So I could definitely see that, like if the viewers at home are looking at it like, oh, he looks uncomfortable type shit, but he was rapping. Passes first. I remember his fucking ender in the first, his last like 4 bars was fucking filthy.
Bro, his first was filthy in general.
His first was fucking fire. And I feel like if all that distraction shit wasn't going on, he would have been getting more reaction, and it would have been like, it would have looked a little different, I feel like. But if you just like, you know, look, sometimes I feel like people just look at it and go, oh, well, people are going crazy for this. It's like, yeah, well, Twerk has 7 people behind him, all gassing everything he's doing. So, and talking during passes round, which was crazy. You know?
Well, that's Twerk. That's fucking Twerk.
I know, but why you don't need a whole fucking entourage of a circus? You got this one little gremlin dude who literally looks like a fucking Men in Black bug, which actually that was a fire bar. But it's like, bro, yeah, like his whole crew was just a bunch of fucking clowns. But I'll admit, like, you know, past round, fire round, he ended it. He wasn't getting a lot of crowd reaction because of the distractions. But Twerk came out in the first, and he took like at least 40 seconds to get to like anything. At first, he's like, "So it's my first time here, the King of the Dot. You're booking me. Of course, I want to be on the same day as Tay Roc. So
Yeah.
you're trying to fuck with the plan, man. Pass. No one cares about this man." Like, it was like, okay. It took like a minute to even get to anything.
Yep.
Then he did start heating up, like halfway through the first. His energy built, and I felt like the distraction and like weirdness of the crowd kind of carried over into like half of his first. But also it's because they had never seen Twerk in King of the Dot, so they were like giving him,
yes,
they were like letting him go a little bit, like not knowing what. So he was like almost a little tentative too, kind of in the first. And you know, eventually, like halfway through the first, he started heating up, and he hit a couple like signature like punches of his and shit. That was like, okay, that was kind of fire. That was kind of, but I don't know. When that round ended, I was like, I think I had passed taking the first, to be real.
Yep, I had passed taking the first
because it was too long until he got to anything. And I get if people are just going off crowd reaction or pass looks uncomfortable, like the fact he was like fighting through people talking, and he still was delivering and like I don't know. Not only am I not taking points away from pass for that, I might actually have to add points. The fact that he's battling like the whole fucking crowd, that he's battling someone with like 8 fucking people behind him talking while he's rapping, and it's still not throwing him off. And he's like fucking, like, I don't know. To me, you get even more points for that, to be real. And yeah, Twerk, he had some good shit in the first, but I can't give him that round. The second, pass is pretty dope in the second round from what I remember. I think, I don't remember if this is the round where he had that, he's like, yo, you animated, I could lay you down, like stop motion. Like, what? That's, bro, Clay
yeah.
could lay you down, stop motion anime. That shit.
A lot of people would call that a reach. That is not a reach. That
Clay. That's not a reach. Clay.
No, I'm just saying for people out there, that is not a reach. That
not
is
even
fucking
close.
That's how you fucking stretch words and make shit fit for the right reasons. A reach is earn an ash. That's Nash.
Right. That's fact. Well, I'll even admit, like, there's times where I'm like, oh, this might be a reach. And like I said, shout out to Caesar, that everyone at Gladiator to like Coliseum. Like that's not a reach. Like I guess I was more like being critical and say like, oh, call us, but the way he said it is like how you would say it. Clay, you Clay. Like, right. Clay, I could lay you down. Clay, I could lay you down and stop motion. That was fire.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like it wasn't the best pass in the world, but again, I feel like it was a little bit of the stuff going on in the room. Like, just the energy felt weird. It felt like everyone was like there to see Twerk and didn't give a fuck, like talking to his rounds and shit. So I feel like that did affect like his conviction a little bit, but he still fought through it. And yeah, it wasn't his best, but I mean, that wasn't the best Twerk either, for being real.
Right.
Like, he had a couple good ones. He spent too much time talking about dumb shit. You know, I think he said, no one cares about you. This should have been Thesaurus. He said that like 4 times, I think. yo, again, this should have been Thesaurus. No one cares about him.
Yeah,
he said that like 3 times.
He
bro.
did say that like 3 times. Oh my god.
He literally said it 3 times. It's like
I swear that battle was booked at one time.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think it was booked at one time. and it didn't. Twerk no show.
Told the truth and showed you. I don't know what that means, but no, Twerk's second round was fire. He started that's when he started heating up and got comfortable, and like the whole energy in the building kind of changed because we were like, he has a way of delivering that's like his like it's fucking energetic and like captivating, and people were like waiting for the, you know, he knows how to deliver to get people like on the hook and then go, and this is the haymaker, and they fucking lose their goddamn minds.
Yeah.
But shout out to him as a performer, like being there in person, being like 3 feet behind him, like I saw it. I was like,
Yes.
oh, okay, now I get why people react to shit that sometimes isn't even that crazy. You know what I mean? Like, Twerk said nobody gives a, yeah, I mean, but mostly I'm saying it was like Twerk's crew. Like he brought a motley crew with them of weirdos, and they were talking to his round. So it's like, what the fuck? Like, I mean, yeah, it kind of was like.
Well, that's what I mean. Like it didn't fit. There was a lot of URL staff, a lot of battlers that weren't battling. Like this is what I'm saying when I say it didn't feel like a King of the Dot event. This felt like
they rolled out the red carpet.
Hold on,
to try
no.
Right.
This is like one of those private caffeine events with only the battlers and the staff. That's what this felt like.
Yeah, it felt like they rolled out the red carpet. There was like they were trying to make Twerk and Roc look good.
Yes, 100%.
And that's why 10 minutes into Tay Roc's first, like, Organic didn't even like look down at a time clock or anything, or even attempt to try to be like, yo, like put a hand up or anything. He's like, well, I'm just gonna he could have rapped another 10 minutes and no one would have stopped him.
Yep.
No one would have stopped Tay Roc from rapping a 30-minute mook round.
And I'm gonna fucking tell you this,
crazy.
Bro. I was getting bored with Tay Roc's rounds live.
His first, bro. So here's all right. So let's finish the Twerk one first. Okay, Twerk. Yeah. Twerk was fire. Had some great moments. I think he might even have won the second round.
Yeah.
Not even might. I think he clearly.
No, he did.
He definitely won the second round. That's the one. He did the shit I tend to deliver. Give him 10 to deliver. Like a nursery home, 10 to deliver. Like that shit was fire. That shit was fire. Looked like Twerk was remembering his round. Oh, that's fact. That's a fact. You could tell. And I said, I'm standing behind him. I go, you wrote that. Like it was a part during Twerk's round too. I go, you wrote that last night because he didn't show. He went, he's like, you wanted me to show up last night instead. So it's like he's referencing shit that's like, I was like, you wrote that last night. Like that's why you didn't show up to the venue, so you could write your shit and have another day to remember. It's clear as day. That's what happened.
He showed up.
Let him do that is crazy.
He showed up for the last 2 battles for Rex and for Geechee.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yep, for on day 1,
and then didn't come the next day till like after Real Sick and Clips.
Yeah, so day 1 he was there. He was just at the hotel probably writing. Yeah, and then showed up for the last couple battles to support his so-called people because they're not really his people like that.
Right.
You know, and then.
But dude, it was crazy. I had to see Rita and fucking, like I said, that little wormy 5-foot dude. They're all standing behind him, and even when he spit like a mediocre meh line, they like looked at each other. The guy was like, "Ew!" He's like, "It's just different."
Oh, he was like Gollum. He was like
really
Gollum.
Was Gollum.
Yo, he was really Gollum. Gollum was in the building. Gollum was in the building.
Twerk's D was like turned him into a creature, like my precious.
Yeah,
Twerk is my precious.
And Anwar was like a bigger version of Gollum, like a tall, like an older grown up version of Gollum. like it was like Gollum and baby Gollum.
Anwar looked like straight out of 28 Days Later.
Yeah,
bro, I was waiting for him.
Like he looked like
his erratic.
Bale and the Machinist.
A little, but I'm saying the 28 days later, because it's not just the way he looked, it was the erratic movements, the fast switches. I was like waiting for any moment for him to just start going, and start like running at you like a bath salt zombie. Like that's what he looked like.
That's what he looked like, bro.
He had
His,
a crazy
bro,
look in
there
his
was
eye.
one point he was like walking like fast through the crowd, and he had like one shoulder drop like Quasimodo, like he was like
fact,
bro, right?
God, yeah, and he had these weird movements, like that's what I'm saying. He had one shoulder dipped like a zombie, bro.
Like a zombie,
and he was like walking weird. He was like talking to himself. At one point, he walked up, tried to like cut through. He's like, excuse me, bro, excuse me.
Yeah, excuse me.
Like couldn't even say words. And it's like tap shoulder on the back. He's like, yo, I'm gonna go outside the key cards. Here's your butt. And it's like, what the fuck are you even saying words? Like Jesus. But yeah, they were definitely gassing him. But Twerk was fire in the second. I'd give him that round. I did feel like there was a little bit of he's like, I was a hustler. I sold DVDs. He's like, something, even piracy. Shiver me timbers. And people went crazy. Like
people did
shiver me timbers.
Yeah.
And they went crazy. Like
they did go crazy.
Oh my God.
They did go crazy.
I did like that when Frack did the bet his legs Wimbledon. He's like, you just making up words.
That was fire.
Wimbledon in my boots. Like
wait,
that was
that
hilarious.
the second? Because
that was the second round.
Yeah, because that was the round that we were trying to give Frack. But I don't know. Actually, I on the replay, I might give that round to Frack because that angle was sick.
Bet his legs Wimbledon.
Like,
Wimble. Like,
and bro, when I first saw this, I even yelled it in the crowd. I was like, Battle of Bay 6, because that's when Thesaurus battled John, and John said that bar. And I've been waiting for somebody smart enough to
bring that up.
To bring that up, bro. Wimble, what the fuck is that?
Right.
That's not...
But also Did people think that line was fire? The piracy, shiver me timbers.
No, I didn't.
I'm asking that. Like, anyone that watched it, did you think that was a fire line? Because I thought that was trash, bro.
Yeah.
And I think you could literally see me put my hand on my head, like, oh my fucking God, they're reacting to that. Like,
yeah.
But yeah, it was all right. So I had it 1-1 going into the third. And Pass's third was just better to me. Like Twerk's third was like
up and down. The middle of it was fire, but it was like the beginning was weak. The end of it was weak. It was like
I think he only had one moment in the third for
the
bill collector shit. Like
right.
And even that line, shout out to Caesar, he pointed it out too. I'm like, I thought someone else just said something similar. Like it's literally a line. I think it's been said twice. Once to Pass, pretty much exactly the same, like worded. So I mean, it wasn't like that. Like one line can't win you around to me. And yeah, his third was fucking lackluster. It was like a minute and a half in. I remember looking at social. I was like, "This is it. This is his third." Like,
yeah.
He said it takes something special to get people to go crazy for shiver me timbers, right? I mean, yeah. I mean, it is that's what I was saying about the delivery and shit, the energy. That's true, though.
No, I mean, he has a point, but
I know I said that in the building. I said, and that's what I was saying. I go, now I get it. Now I get why I'm like, people reacted to that because if
veteran fans, if I know better,
building, I would say, what the fuck are these people reacting to? But being there, I get it. The way he set it up and the way he delivered it, the energy was crazy. So I get it. But people just jump because I get it. They're there, they're live, they're having a good time, and you know, then maybe you got a few drinks in them, or if you're Amar, you got 7 bags of meth in your system.
Yeah.
You're like, shiver me timber. You go, oh my fucking God. Like some people, I swear they went into fucking cardiac arrest during that. But yeah, his third, I don't know. Twerk's third was just not it. If you want to give him the battle, I feel like it has to be the first 2 rounds. And I can see the argument for giving Twerk the first two. Like, say if you give Twerk the first because of the weird energy and shit, like while Pass is rapping and people not real, like I could see that. But to say he took the third, I can't give him that third round. It just wasn't enough. He had, yeah, like you said, it was like up and down. He had way too much times and moments. Like he had the, oh, let's do this test. If you're really black, then did you like grow up in public housing? And felt like the whole time looking at social, like, what the fuck is going? And there was a lot of moments like that throughout different battles that people were like, I think like 40 had a bar to Sharon about how like, oh, just like how you like to kiss dogs, the bulldog in your face, you know, like a lot of white angles, and then the white people had like, oh, black angle, like, but they were kind of all pretty corny, like, you know what I mean? They were like very generic, very basic, like, I don't know, but that's kind of getting off topic. Yeah, but Twerk, I just feel like his third was not that good.
I agree.
I remember having it 1-1 going into the third. So then after that, and I was like, okay, it's basically one moment in the third versus like a better round. So I gave Pass the third. I gave Twerk the second, Pass the third. The first is debatable. So I'm not mad at anyone saying Twerk, but just for me, like I felt like he took too much time to heat up in the first. And yeah, I would definitely have to give it to Pat. Just like some of the angles he used, he like repeated the same shit a couple of times. Like, I don't know. I get it wasn't the best pass ever and shit. And like I said, if he looked a little uncomfortable, I understand why people would say that Twerk won, but he definitely was not a 30 or like he bodied him and passes garbage. Like, definitely not that. It was, to me, it was a good battle. And it's debatable 2-1 either way. I edged it to Pass. Twerk second clear, Pass third clear, and the first is debatable. That's how I saw it.
That's how
in the building. I'd have to watch it back on cam, but that's how it felt in the building.
That's how I had it, and I definitely had walked away with edging the third to Pass.
Right.
So yeah, and I think it's crazy, like the disrespect towards Pass.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Overall, in battle rap in general is
right.
disgusting.
Like making him wait another day. It's like, bro, what if
he had? What if he had to be somewhere the next day? Like
right,
a
not
lot
only
of
that,
people,
but like he was ready to go the day before. So,
but a lot of people,
you know, the
battle
day
on
of
a certain day because they got something to do or they have to be home for
but
something.
think about it. If you know, like the nerves of like, oh, the day of battle nerves, he's walking around waiting to do, and then to not get it out, and now he's missing all the other battles, and he has the anxious feeling all fucking day. Then you gotta go to sleep, wake up, and have those same nerves all over again the next day. All so some faggot that was there at the event just didn't feel like battling that day and couldn't even give 2 fucks. He doesn't have no nerves because he's like, I'm not battling tonight. I'll battle tomorrow. Like, what?
That and the fact that
that's crazy.
They let him do that without any consequence. Like there should be, okay, well, if that's going to be the case, then we're taking 25% of your back end.
No, I gotta disagree. I mean, like, Twerk for getting away with, honestly, fuck him for even like the fact that, and dude, Pass said you're the only person who gets a pat on the back, not for choking. What?
Yeah.
That was fucking filthy, bro. Only person who gets a pat on the back, not for choking. That's crazy. That was fucking crazy. And it's for real. It's like, bro, the bullshitting, the taking deposits, the not showing up. King of the Dot fucking finally books you and you come over and pull that nonsense. And then in the battle time, of course I wasn't going to battle yesterday. Like, what? Fuck you then. Like, that shit was wild to me as a battle rap fan. Like, fuck, not even about Paz. To me, it didn't matter who he was battling. It's like, that's just fucking gay. Like, I mean, again, no, like I have to fully disagree. to say like pass his pussy for letting it happen. Like let him what happened though?
Right.
Like,
what is he supposed to do?
He's getting paid to do the battle. Even if he's like no, like he can either say no, right, and say fuck you, I'm getting paid anyway, I was here, and left. Then all the fans, the entire battle rap community would blame Pass, even though it's Twerk's fault.
Yep.
Because people shoot him bail and go, oh, well, what did you expect? Of course Twerk wasn't going to show up. Of course. Well, that's dumb. He was willing to do it the next day. Anwar said so. Pass should have just done it the next day. Like they would have blamed him.
And the only
Which
reason,
is fucking gay.
and even I'm live and Twerk's right next to me, and I'm like, yeah, he's here, and they're saying the battle's going down tomorrow, but we'll see. Like I still wasn't even like I'm seeing him there, but I've seen him show up to other events that he was supposed to battle at and not battle.
No, I'm not like taking what you're saying like so seriously but I'm saying like I've seen people not joking say type of shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I've seen people at the like you gotta think people at the venue disrespect. I remember it was like halfway through Pass's third and people were like walking out going, this is over anyway type shit. Like what? Like just the disrespect towards him. And I seen people in the comments and shit like,
and it's been like that most of his career,
bro. It's like people just shoot Twerk so much bail, but then like will just hate on Pass for no reason. So it's like that.
Haji, great fucking point.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Because
some people only bought a 1 day fucking pass.
Bro, we talked to them. There was a couple kids. There was one kid who talked to you for mad long outside. I'm like,
and they couldn't come day 2.
You're like, no, I can't. I have to work. I can't come tomorrow.
But I came. So
they bought a ticket to come see this battler, and he's there. He's at the venue, but just doesn't feel like battling tonight. Like, eat a dick, bro.
Yeah.
Eat a dick.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy to me. That's so disrespectful. Fuck Pass.
Lawrence is not near Boston, so people are driving.
Right. There's people that traveled mad far but couldn't go to both days. And it's not like, oh, they're just there. Like, we're talking about people probably paid money just to come see him.
Right.
And he's disrespected not only all fans, his own fans.
Yep.
Like, fuck out of here, bro. And then people just be like, oh, 30, Twerk 30. Like, you're fucking crazy.
And those people probably still defend Twerk. The people who pay to come see him, he doesn't show up that day. They can't come the next day. They still, well, he was busy or like this shit isn't. Right. That's so Emmy. It's like I get it, you're joking, and Emmy, like I know, like you're always trolling. So right. Not necessarily trolling, but you're, So I get it, but this is a thing that like has been going on for most of Pass's career. So for someone who's been watching battle rap for almost 20 years and watching this go on and on for years, him not getting the opponents he deserves, him not getting main events, like this has been an ongoing thing. So for him to be this far in his career and to get a, like, and people are looking at it like Pass is getting the shot here. Like it blows my mind. It's out of control. It's disgusting. Pass is one of the best in the world. And for people to just dismiss him like that, his whole career is fucked up. He's only gotten the love he deserves on the West Coast. After I smacked Buddy, I would have took my jacket off, turned it to a room shaker. Yeah, man, and I don't blame you. And all three of them were on this, and that's the other thing too. If you're on if you're watching battle rap right now, almost every fucking major card is going to have one, two, or maybe all three of those names. Whether it's King of the Dot, whether it's URL or RBE or whatever the fuck it is, one of those three names will be on the card.
Well, that's what I didn't understand, because it's like, bro, they're booked the next fucking week too, like, or 2 weeks from now. It's like,
yeah, for for Summer Madness, Kings vs. Queens. Now, even though it's a
But
bullshit Summer Madness, it's still Summer Madness to them. So to them, Massacre 6 ain't shit. The only one.
Do you think that they would do that to Smack though, to not show up that day
No.
for the Summer Madness and go, "Oh, I'm not battling today. I'll battle tomorrow."
But no. I will say, I do want to say, well, we're not there yet, but I want to give fucking a big shout out to Tay Roc for coming there and fucking putting on a show. Even though I did start to get bored with his rounds, he didn't fucking come there and play around.
Right.
Shout out to him for that.
10-minute round, but yeah, for real.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I had passed 2-1.
Yeah, me too.
I had passed 2-1. So
yeah, so Bigg K versus Tay Roc was fucking crazy.
Electric.
Bro. The energy in the building. The one thing I didn't like again is that when Tay Roc entered the ring, fucking 23 people came behind him.
It was insane.
Not just because the gas in, because now they're literally standing in our way. Like we're right in the front. We had a great view. Now John and Twerk, these tall motherfuckers standing in the way. And then you had a whole motley crew, like we were talking about. The little weirdo gremlin dude was there. Rita was there.
Yeah.
He had a whole like circus with him. And I don't know. It was just crazy. But Bigg K was dolo, bro. He was dolo.
In the second, like when they literally said, like, yo, Organic had to get in the middle and be like, yo, Bigg K's by himself. All of you guys are here behind Tay Roc. Like, can we fucking relax a little? Like, crazy, he's literally telling them that. And I yelled, I'll go on Bigg K's side.
Right.
Bigg K hates me, yo, but I hate him. But I would have been willing to fucking stand behind him for that battle.
That was crazy, bro. Because he's solo and fucking you have literally, I'm not even gonna exaggerate, 20. It was like 9 people.
What? Yeah, and from
9 people in the ring, not just behind him, like past the barricade.
Past the barricade.
It was a small little, like, there's just enough room for like Avocado, 2 battlers, and maybe like if you each have a person or 2 to lean against the gate, is like enough room where it's comfortable.
Yeah,
bro, I'm talking 8 fucking people in the size of like an elevator.
And for let's fucking that's a fact. But let's give it up for Bigg K for being in the middle of that and still letting off 3 perfect fucking rounds of fire. Bro.
I will say
he stood in that
after his first, and Tay Roc went 10 minutes. I was like, oh man. I was like, I hope he doesn't have like 2-minute rounds or 130s and Tay Roc has 10-minute rounds. So I was glad to see he rapped longer in the second and third. But so all right, so let's get right into it. Does Bigg K goes first, right?
Yep.
So right off the bat, the energy is crazy in the room because when they came in, like I said, fucking Tay Roc's got 9 people behind him. Bigg K's dolo. They're like in each other's faces, kind of talking shit before the camera even starts rolling. And it was like there was a crazy, the tension was like palpable in the room. And so they're like flipping the coin and shit. I think at one point, fucking Bigg K even like put his head on Tay Roc. It was like, yeah, you fucking clown, like fuck. And it was like, bro, it was like, it looked like a fight was about to break out like a couple times. But yeah, he said Russian real sick with the time limits, but letting Tay. So this is what we were talking about earlier, was that it didn't feel like a King of the Dot event. It felt like a show. It was like Twerk and Rock showcase. And they could have done anything. They could I'm not going to rap today. I'll come tomorrow. If Twerk rapped 20 minutes, they would have let him. If Rock has fucking, like I said, he could have went another, that first round, he could have rapped another 10 minutes and no one was going to stop him. Not one person. Organic didn't even look down or try to put his hand up or anything. But yeah, Bigg K goes first. And right off rip, he's like talking to him, with that Bigg K conviction. He's like barking on him, and the energy in the room is starting to build up. We're like, oh shit, okay. Like, people are reacting to Bigg K. He's getting some lines off. And he has a solid round from Bigg K first. I remember looking over and going, okay, oh shit, like, you know, Tay Roc's gonna have to bring something to beat this round. Tay Roc starts the first, and I felt like the first little bit of his round, again, I think it's the same thing that happened to Twerk. Maybe, I don't know if it was just them getting comfortable or the fact that the whole crowd was just silent listening because they'd never seen him live before. So everyone's just silently listening.
That's true.
To Roc for the first like 45 seconds to a minute. I don't think anyone reacted.
You're right.
Because it was just like you could hear a pin drop.
You could definitely hear a pin drop for sure.
Then he hits like his first big like crowd reaction, you know, and then once the gas started, it just got bigger and bigger. And I don't even just mean by like his people, like the whole crowd. Like I said, there was a dude behind us. Bigg K ended his first before Roc even rapped a bar. This dude went, Roc 1-0, fuck he talking about? I'm like, what? He didn't even rap yet. What are you talking? Like, it was kind of crazy. But so yeah, Tay Roc's building up, starts to get reactions for some good lines. And the energy's like, oh, it's like getting crazier and crazier. The crowd starts like, yeah, we got a couple of those, you know, it's like they're talking shit back and forth a little. And Tay Roc has some good shit in the first round. I was like, okay, this is like, could be maybe debatable. But then he just keeps rapping and keeps rapping. And at some point, I'm like, there was a point where he got a bunch of crazy reaction. And it looked like, okay, this is going to be the end of the round. And I think I turned to social and I was like, it was kind of close. I think I might edge Bigg. And he wasn't done. He started rapping again for another like 3 minutes. And a lot of it wasn't as good as, you know, he had some great parts. But to be real, me and social look at each other, I go, bro, he could have just cut out this whole section. If he concised it, like to me, people that want to give Roc the first round just based on the length, I go, bro, honestly, if he just cut out these parts and like condensed it into even 5 minutes. Even 5. You could have condensed it to your strongest 5 and got rid of all these fillery parts. And I actually think it would have worked more in his favor.
Adept said something really good about that too. Tay Roc is the filler king.
Right.
You know, and
filler bar king.
And I looked right at Pablo and I said, bro, if he had cut out like half that round, and he like started finishing the sentence with me, like he knew what I was about to say.
Because it was, especially in person, like you said, maybe it's different when if you're at home and you're on the couch, and it probably even then it probably still felt mad long. But in person, where we're standing there and we're enjoying it. Yeah, we're enjoying the battle. It's not like we just like, oh, we want it to be over so we can go home. But at the same time, like we're getting a little weary. Like, okay, can fucking Bigg K go again? Because you've been rapping for 10 minutes. Like,
yeah, right.
In person, standing there, like there was points where it was like, yeah, I started like zoning out. I'm like, like, and again, it's like you got Twerk and John standing in front of us, so I can't even see Tiny Roc. I gotta like tippy toe over to look at it. I can't even see Roc. All I hear is, yeah, when I do this and I do that with a gun butt. And
John's 6'4" and Twerk is taller than John.
Right. So it's just like I'm trying to tippy toe over, but I can't do that for 10 minutes. Like at some point I had to just like, you know, get off my tippy toes and just kind of go, all right, well. And like, bro, some of the round just like wasn't hitting from like, again, I'm not you know, people, you should know this. Social knows. Tay Roc was not only my favorite URL battler. Tay Roc was my favorite battle rapper for a long period of time.
Before Roc was even like popping like that at all.
I'm talking Tay Roc versus PG Skillet. Tay Roc versus Kaboom. Tay Roc versus O-Red. Like that was my favorite shit. Just recently, like there was a stretch of time with the D nanny shit and the tranny and D nannies and fucking
Jefferson.
Bro. face on a 50 like Jefferson. Oh my god. So yeah, like I could see why someone who like is already riding Tay Roc's dick and doesn't like Bigg K could go, he clearly won the first. He rapped for 10 minutes. Like I could see that, but my argument would be I actually think it would have been more in his favor to cut some of the filler down, condense it into 5 minutes, like 4:35, and I feel like he might have like been able to edge that round pretty clearly if he just did that. But he didn't. He rapped for 10 minutes and half of it wasn't that fire.
That's a fact.
So to me, I always prefer a shorter, more condensed round.
Since when
it all hits compared to 10 minutes and like maybe four of it's pretty fire, but the other 6 minutes is like meh.
Yeah, I'm more about quality over quantity. Bigg K 1-0.
Bro, I've been saying that, and I'm saying it's becoming a problem even in virtual. The quantity over quality. The let me take fucking 3 battles in 1 month type shit, and it's like, what did Roc say? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like, but so this is what I'm saying. In person, like same as twerk, I understand seeing it in person. I understand because Roc's energy is crazy. The way he's delivering, and it's like his conviction, and he's like, I will fucking break your jaw. I will fuck. It's like, oh shit, like it like hits more in person. But I could just tell, like, I'm getting disinterested. Even with his crazy delivery, I'm zoning out and being disinterested halfway to the first. So I could definitely see. I'm like, if fans are at home watching this they're probably like, bro, really still rapping? Like, it's like
Bigg K told Tay Roc, you ain't even about to almost fight. when Tay Roc was almost fighting, he's like, you ain't even about to almost fight.
Right. So I mean that round, and finally that round comes to an end. And there was like 2 or 3, bro. It was like Lord of the Rings 3. How there was like 3 false endings.
God.
There was 3 false endings in Tay Roc's first round where it was like, oh, it's over. And he just kept, it's like, bro, just fucking end it already.
And I
think
one
there was
part
even
where
a
it really
point,
felt over, but it was.
I was like, okay, save it. And I think even Twerk was like, oh, okay, enough. And I don't know if you can hear me, but behind him, I was like, time, call time. Like, it's over. End the round. Like, I was saying that very loudly. Like, dude, call fucking time on him already, because it's not even about.
I agree, Frescoes.
I like Bigg K and Tay Roc as battlers. So it's not like I'm rooting for one. And I'm like, just as a fucking fan, a paying customer that's sitting there, I'm like, bro, call time already. Like, I'm fucking zoning out, and I want to like enjoy the rest of the battle. And the 10-minute first round is not doing it, So it's like, just if Bigg K rapped for 10 minutes, I would have said the same thing, bro. Call time already. Jesus. So that first round, and that's the thing. It's like, if you're cooking a whole time, it's different. But
if your round should only be 10 minutes if it's because of crowd reaction.
That's a fact. That's
it. And
it wasn't. There was like, he got some crazy reaction, but most of it was him rapping through. And it's like, I don't know, man. I liked I'm gonna say a lot. I liked sections of his first, but none of it to me outdid what Bigg K did in a way shorter amount of time. You just like lost me with how long you rapped, and some of it was fire. Should have condensed it. So going into the second, me and Social both looked at each other like, Bigg K 1-0. I don't know what he rapped 10 minutes for, because it actually hurt him. I felt
and I'm thinking like his thought going into it was Bigg K is super dangerous even with short rounds, and B, it's his first time on King of the Dot, so he's trying to do too much.
Right. And again, like, shout out to Tay Roc for actually not like bullshitting, not writing the night before. Shout out to him for taking it serious,
being a professional,
showing up with rounds. And even if he had 10-minute rounds, like I felt like his game plan was like, I'm just gonna rap until they stop me type shit.
Yeah.
And they just didn't stop. That's not on him. Honestly, that's on Organic or whoever was actually running the event. They probably told Organic, don't stop him no matter what you do.
Right.
So I felt like I can't even blame Roc for coming with 10-minute rap. In his mind, he's like, I'm just gonna rap until they stop me, I bet. And they didn't stop him. So shout out to him for actually coming with material, you know?
Yeah.
He didn't pull a clips. He fucking showed up clipped up.
Yeah,
so I
he
can't
was
be mad that he had all this ammo and was like, you know, unloading the clip. Like, I don't know. I can't even be that mad at him for that.
Right.
But I did have Bigg K winning the first round.
Me too.
The second goes, Bigg K is fucking. He starts. Is that the round he had all this shit about Tay Roc's girl and shit?
Yeah.
Like the wrestling podcast shit.
Bro, she was right to the left of me. Yo, she was right to the left of us, yo, and I was reacting and I was like trying fucking not to, but I'm like, fuck it, I
was
can't.
Like uncomfortable because there was parts where he said some filthy shit and I was like, oh my god,
yeah.
And I'd like turn around to social and she is right there where it's like, bro, to the
and
point
I want to
where
say this too real quick, I forgot to say
she actually went upstairs after that. I don't know if you
she
remember.
did,
right.
But every time I seen Lady Caution at Massacre, she looked at me like she knew who I was.
Right.
And
she did. She came up, gave social a hug. And
she did. I didn't even ask for it. She came up to me.
But yeah, so bro, he starts talking filthy. He said, you and Caution fucking, you look like two men in black bugs or something. Like, oh my god, what the fuck? Like the whole crowd was like, bro, what? And then he said, when you rub her back, you probably get fucking cuts on your hand or something.
Paper
like,
cuts.
What?
Yeah, yo.
And bro, just the filthiness that he was saying to, and then he said, he's like, oh, not the fucking cave life, fucking something. He's like, art imitates life. You obsessed with fake fights. What? Talking about the wrestling, like, yo, you're a wrestling fan. It's funny. Art imitates life, and you obsessed with fake fights.
Yep.
That was fucking crazy.
Bro. And I think that like fell short to some people.
Yeah.
Went over some people's heads. They didn't catch that one. They were like, that was probably sounded like just filler to them. Like,
and yeah, so his round was fucking crazy. And
crazy. What did he take the hat off in the second?
No, I think that was the second round. Right.
Yeah.
Because the third was the blue, right? So he had that crazy moment too. He's like, I think that was right after that part too. He's like, something Kalishnikovs. He's like, yo, they didn't know it was me. I walked up on the crime scene with the fitted off and shit.
Yeah.
That was a crazy moment in the build, dude. The fucking building erupted because you got to think Bigg K. They were kind of sleeping on Bigg K in the first a little. They were riding Tay Roc's dick. He rapped for 10 minutes in the first. So to come back in the second with a moment like that was fucking crazy. And yeah, he had a solid second round. Tay Roc came back.
It was almost as big of a moment as when Hollow and Disaster came out. Not quite as big,
right?
But
it shut the building down.
It shut the fucking building down.
Yeah. So then Tay Roc goes second, and I'm gonna probably have trouble remembering, like, because he fucking raps so much that it's like, how do you even like pick bars out? So
yeah, and a lot of them were very mediocre.
Right. He had some good, like, some of it was like, oh, that was kind of cool. Oh, this was kind of dope wordplay. But it was more when he got in like AMG mode or whatever you want to call it. Like,
right,
he was rapping and it was like, oh, that was kind of fire. And there was some parts where he surprised me a little with like the word choice. It reminded me, it was almost like Fresco-esque. I was like, oh, actually, that was kind of creative, the word choice there. Like,
yeah, it was a different Tay Roc than I'm used to seeing, for sure. Right. Not different, but like, I don't know. It seemed like he wasn't. He said
something.
Dumb.
The dog gets fitted for a shit bet or something. He's like, you know, what did he say? He's talking about cleaning up after the dog, you give him a shit bag or something. I was like, yo, that was kind of fire.
That was fire.
He had a few of those. Like
I went crazy for that.
He said something. He's like, yo, there's something that even the docks in Labrador or something. I was like, that was like, again, he had like, that was kind of a reach one. But I'm trying to think of other one. He had like a few that I was like, okay, that was kind of fire. Yeah. This was kind of fire. Like a lot of filler. I don't know. In the building, even with the moment that Bigg K had in the building, it kind of felt like Tay Roc might have took the second round. But he didn't rap 10 minutes this time. It was only like 6 maybe. But I don't know. In the building, it kind of felt like maybe Roc might have got that round. But... Or am I confusing that with the first and the second? I can't remember. I did feel like going into the third, I felt like it was 1-1.
Yeah, I felt that way too. But I think we were giving Roc the first in the building, but looking back, bro, I think this might have been a 30 for Bigg K.
It might be. I have to watch it on cam because the second round was close, I think.
Yeah. But Bigg K had all the caution shit.
Yeah.
He had the hat shit. Like he had a lot of shit. Like, and the hat shit, like to me, like okay, like it was cool. Like
yeah,
it was more the feeling in the building rather than the
I did like Tay Roc's rebuttal right after that when he said, yo, he lit up blunt. He's like, yo, I got to get the fire burning. He's like, I didn't expect you to look like Remy from Higher Learning. That was, we don't see Tay Roc rebuttal, and that was actually fire.
That was a fire rebuttal. I love that movie. That was a fire rebuttal.
That was crazy. So, I mean, the energy in the building was fucking nuts. And when was like the almost fight? Was that the second round where that happened?
I think it was either in the second round or it was during Bigg K's third round.
No, I think it was before that.
Then
it was like
was it while Roc was rapping? No, it was K was rapping.
Or he was done. I think it was in between the rounds or something.
Yeah, I can't exactly
It had to
remember.
be because Organic had to tell
Tay
Roc's entourage to shut the fuck up. So it had to have been when Roc was rapping. So, but also there was like a moment where it was like it looked like them two were gonna fight for real.
They were really face to face, and Bigg K was ready to fight all of them. I'm not even playing.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say they were gonna fight because I don't think Roc would have swung first, but it was literally like it looked like K was like, I don't give a fuck, and Twerk and shit was like stepping up. It looked like he was getting ready to like jump in and throw a punch for Roc if he needed to. That's what it looked like, to be real. It looked like K and Twerk were ready to go at it, and Roc was kind of more just like instigating and was gonna be like, hold me back. But also was that the round where Bigg K was like, oh, something he had the Briz angle and shit too. He's like, oh, like something by the door or something. Or
bro, I think that was either the first or the second.
I think it was I can't remember. Bro, this was a crazy fucking battle. The energy in the building was electric. Even Roc's like fillery stuff, like it was like still fire in the building, except for when he rapped 10 minutes.
We got someone we got Emmy saying it was right after the first or during it. Then Haji said after Bigg K's second. Then Hazy said after Roc's second.
Right. Well, we were there. We don't know either.
So we don't remember it.
But either way, it was crazy. They like almost fought. They broke it up. But I think literally just the why you think Twerk had to rap the same night? I mean, he could have just came with them too. He was there both nights, but
I mean, he was gonna be there anyway. Why? Like, I don't get it. He was there both nights anyway, so why not just battle?
And he was gonna rap before Roc anyway. So I don't know, but the energy was crazy in the building. Going into the third, most of the crowd was screaming Tay Roc 2-0, Tay Roc 2-0. I was like, I don't know. I think they were a little biased. To be honest. No, there was definitely a lot of bias.
Because
a lot of dick riding going on.
There was also a lot of the fucking Takeover Battle League staff and like their people, and you know that they're tied in deep with the URL. It's
I knew it. I knew
obvious.
It wasn't the third round. I knew it was before that because the lights were blue during the third. So I knew it wasn't.
I know it wasn't the third.
But that was crazy. That was a smart move from Bigg K too to come out in the third and to do like something witty like that. It's like, okay, do the hat because he knows like Roc's the performer king, you know. So to have like performance stuff like that, like the fitted line, the second, the third, to do that was a veteran move because I'll tell you right now, if he wrapped that same round in that building without doing that, he wouldn't have got as much love as he did by literally turning the light blue. That was white. The light was white. And he turned it blue, and the crowd went crazy.
And they went almost as crazy as when he took off his hat.
Facts, bro. There was a whole He's like, oh, since you didn't want to do this in the blue room, I brought the blue room to you. And he clicked the button, and the light turned blue, and the whole fucking crowd lost it. Now they're actually listening, and even Twerk and shit that was hating. I feel like it's more because Organic checked him on it, because not just not reacting, they were like hating while K was rapping. They're like, nah, yeah, that was
and
so
Twerk
finally
walked away after Bigg K's third round before Roc's third.
Right. So literally, going into the third, Tay Roc and company, Twerk and company actually started to react to the and was even like, okay, K, that was fire, K. Like, oh, now you had to be told to not be a dick rider, so now you're actually giving it up a little bit, like. But it was crazy. Yeah, Anwar weaseled his way in, handed Twerk his Newports, and then Twerk literally started lighting up cigarettes in the building.
Yeah,
was smoking a butt, and then halfway through Bigg K's round, after he got checked by Organic, he went, fuck this shit. This is over anyway.
Yeah.
And just walked away.
Yep.
But I was glad because I'm like, well, now I can actually fucking see the rest of the battle. Thank you.
Yeah, seriously.
Because it was not like he was just standing there. He was swaying back and forth and like, you know, doing all these stupid movements and shit. So every time I moved to see it, he kept blocking my fucking view. So I was glad when he left, for real. Yeah. The blue room made the third, which is crazy because the lighting makes a round better, but somehow it did because it made the crowd actually pay attention more, which is crazy. I don't know how it looked on cam, but maybe just the atmosphere change and shit. But I get it because I feel like maybe both of their third rounds were like good, but it's just crazy that you have to change the light to actually get people to react. But it was a vet move, and Bigg K was talking to him, bro, when he said that I'm pretty sure it was the blue room section where he said he's like talking about how battle rap is like what's wrong with battling and shit, and he was saying like these clowns like ruin battle rap kinda, and he was saying like he's like, when they tried to handicap the art, I elevated the platform. And before he even like finished it, I like said it where he was like, they handicapped the art, I elevated, and I was like, platform, like with him, and it fucking hit even harder, and the whole crowd went crazy and shit. Like, bro, that was a fire fucking round. And yeah, like he went off. Tay Roc's third was good too. I don't know. Yeah, honestly, bro, it might have been a 3.
It might have been a 30.
It might have been a 3. Like, I felt maybe just like, you know what it is? It's because when I see other people that are when they're clearly just being biased and they're saying like Tay Roc 30, I'm like, I don't know how the fuck you could say that.
Right.
I don't understand.
Say that.
So then when I see other people like, well, Bigg K 30, I'm like, whoa, was it a 30? Because to me, it was a good battle.
It was
a good battle. So I don't think you got 30.
But I wasn't bored during any of Bigg K's rounds.
That's true because they were short and concise. So that's what I'm saying about the first. If you want to give Roc the first just because he rapped for 10 minutes, like I guess so. To me, that's not how it works.
Right.
I felt like the second was closer. even with the moment Bigg K had. But the third, I clearly gave the third to Bigg K. So I was saying like Bigg K 2-1, but I get. I can't even say I don't get it. I don't get people saying Tay Roc 3-0
until I watch it again.
Right. I know, maybe because in the building, everyone was like hyping Tay Roc and saying, "Oh, 2-0 and 3." Like, so maybe I was like, "Oh, okay," like thinking it was closer than it was. Like, I don't know. I'd have to watch it back. But all I know is it was a great battle live. The energy was crazy. And I liked the energy between them. The fact that they were like talking shit and almost felt like it made for a better battle back and forth. The vet moves that
and it didn't last too long. Like Tay Roc's almost fights usually last like that long.
It was just a little interjection right back into the battle. The crowd, I really feel like, and I like for real, everyone was just like waiting to see what was gonna happen. And I started going, yeah. I like the first time it didn't work, so I started it again, even louder. And literally me going, yeah, got like everyone else in the crowd to start doing it. And I feel like that kind of de-escalated a fight from happening, to be honest.
It kind of did,
not
because
that
right
Roc
from
would have
there
struck
it started
first,
to.
but I feel like once Twerk got up and it was like, it looked like it was about to get ugly because of the entourage. You know what I mean? So I literally feel like me going, yeah, like kind of fucking made it a fight not happen. And yeah, it was a dope event. It was a dope battle.
A fight wasn't gonna happen anyway. Let's be honest. But it definitely, I'm not gonna lie, it definitely felt like it de-escalated the situation.
And I don't even mean
it would have lasted.
I don't mean
longer.
like punches, but like I felt like people were gonna start grabbing each other, and then like other people grabbed them, so everyone's getting moved around a little. Like
it
something
felt
like that
way.
was about to happen. I know it was. You could feel it in the air.
Yeah. And you know, like, what, John, why the fuck are you standing there? Why? Because Bigg K bodied you?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, what the fuck are you doing? Get the fuck out of
here.
Are you still mad at me because I said fuck that shirt? So you're trying to block my view?
Yeah, that was weird. Like
what the
some
fuck?
of the people, why are you here? Why is like, okay, I get Anwar's his manager, so Rita has to be in the ring too. Like, I don't know, bro. It was weird.
Bro.
They had a whole fucking circus with him. But shout out to Tay Roc and Bigg K for making the battle happen, not fucking up the event, giving everyone a good show. It was a fire battle. I think the fans won for real. Like I said, I would have it would have been better if someone just fucking called time on Roc at least like 7 minutes into his round. Just call time, you know. But
and I want to say real quick too, New Jersey Twerk's head looks way crazier than Bigg K's.
It does.
Way crazier than Bigg K's, man.
But that's
Twerk's head is crazy.
That's another angle that Pass had about Twerk's fucking cranium. He's like, you have a metal plate in there, and you're fucking like that shit hit to me. Like, I don't know about anyone else, but like some of
I don't think y'all. The people that are saying Pass lost, like, were you really listening to him? Like, I feel like the way Pass delivers his shit, it just slips right by a lot of people.
In the building, it definitely was.
Yeah.
And I feel like maybe on camera, it looks away because I haven't seen it yet, but I'm imagining some battles do look away because people aren't reacting, but it's because the way they rap, and like you said, it sneaks by.
Yeah.
It's not like, here is the punchline. And I think Twerk does that. He does it well in a way where it's like, even if it's kind of ass, like a shiver me timbers.
Yeah.
It's like he's delivering it in a way that's like, time to react to this.
Yep.
So the crowd reacts, and when one side's getting reacted, it's very smart. High battle rap IQ. It's not his fault that fans jump for shit, but I'm just saying it makes stuff look a certain way on camera for sure.
Call them URLs Frankenstein.
Right.
Yep.
I know, and he had a whole scheme about it and shit. Like, bro, it was fire. It was a lot of fire battles, bro. You know.
Yeah, it was a great event.
I'm glad.
It's 9:45.
I know. So I'm glad, we didn't have to slap a sucker. I'm glad MME's voice came over me and was like, all right, bro, whatever. This dude's a clown. Let him be a weirdo. I'm glad that some of the battles that we did miss. I wish we were there for E-Farrell. We're definitely gonna have him up. Great fucking event. We got some great stories. Talked to a lot of the battlers in person are weirdos. Some of them are kind of cool.
That being said, we're pulling out.
We're pulling out. Can we at least protect the ladies? I'm pulling out.
Yo, that was the fucking funniest shit. Oh man, I love it. He said, "I'm pulling out," like as if he was doing something wrong. Like he wasn't.
Right. So the look on his face, like he got caught hand in the
Yeah,
job.
like
he was looking. He's like, "I'm pulling out."
Yeah, I'm pulling out.
Like he thought it was a cop or something.
Yeah, like or he thought he was doing it not consensually.
But yeah, fire battles. I mean, whoever people have differing opinions, that's cool because in person battles are different live, bro. So I've seen battles on camera that I was in the room for and they looked different. I was like, what? This is the same battle I watched live. Like the camera, the angle, sometimes the camera's closer. So the conviction someone says something in, the camera picks it up better than the mic in the room. Some people have louder projections. Some people set shit up for crowd reaction. Some people rap. Like, a shout out to Sharon when he did it. The crowd was going crazy. He just rapped through it. I love when people do that shit. Rap to the camera.
Yes.
Like, I love shit like that. So, great event.
Yeah, because that's where it lives. It only happens one time live. It only happens one time live. And the smart battlers know that. So, yes, they'll give a great performance live and they'll make sure that people, like someone like Sharon, he makes sure that the people in the building and the people watching at home get their money's worth.
That's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
So some great battles. Yeah, some great times, great stories, and I'm glad that we just like enjoyed ourselves and watched the battles and weren't trying to be on some like media shit because
I've done that at so many other massacres, bro, and it's such a pain in the ass.
Right, we both weren't feeling it. Like I was so tired with all the shit I got going on right now. I'm just like I wasn't feeling it. Social wasn't feeling it, and the way the event moved along, there just wasn't really like opportunities that like we would have had to force it, and we didn't feel like forcing it. And I feel like battlers actually, the cool ones, actually appreciate that when they're just chilling and they're getting something to eat after a long fucking night, that we don't shove a camera in their face and go, can you, like, you just talk to them like a human, you know?
Because most of them know that I do media.
Right.
Because I've interviewed a lot of them. So, like, they know I do media. So when they see me, they're probably thinking, oh, shit, he's going to stick a camera in my face. And I didn't do it at all. So.
Right. So I feel like that's why they're like, yo, you know, Social, he's my guy, and like why they will come on the podcast and shit.
Yeah.
So we ain't gotta force it. We'll just have them on, and if they don't want to come on, then fuck them. Why do I want to interview from them?
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I feel about it. Like
that's exactly how I feel, man.
But yeah, this was a long episode, but we had a lot to go over. So
yeah, we did. It was for me. It was a very long weekend, but it was great and it was worth it. All the driving around, all the pedophile protesting, all the battle rap. It was an amazing weekend, man. Really.
Right. I had a good time, bro. And
we stopped the plant from getting, graped. So.
Oh my god. Oh,
on that note,
bro. Someone had an industry plant line or something.
Somebody did. I forget.
Fire shit.
Good bat.
You
okay?
Yeah. You okay, buddy?
Oh my god. All right. That being said, this has been Unscripted Logic, episode 27, the Massacre 6 recap. Episode 27. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Forever 27.
Forever 27, man. So I've been Social Assassin.
And I've been face planting, but I'm pulling out.
And right now we are pulling out.
At least protect the lady.
Peace.
Peace.